Sophie Hagen's twice as big as most of them.
Yeah. That man, did
That's
you see?
mean.
Did you see Sophie
huge.
Hagen?
Oh, she's got fat.
Listen, I know 5 fat people, and she's 3 of them.
And welcome to the 100th episode spectacular of the Three Speech Podcast. I'm the Mad Lad of Jihad, and today we're all here together. To my left, we have the Beijing Sensation and the Interloper. To his further left, it's Mr. Jussie Peanut, formerly known as Mr. Hate Speech, but now controlled opposition is Leo Curse.
Zip zap, get vaxxed, get boosted.
Double boosted. And once again, back in the saddle, behind the camera, behind the mic, it's the Narilla Gorilla. It's Mooch.
It's good to be back.
Moochie Poochie.
Can I have a gash bomb? That's basically my contractual gash bomb.
Contractual gash bomb. We're all here, man. How's everyone been? You've all been away. People have
Darius,
been asking.
Darius, we got to talk about your eyes. You're looking old. Darius just suddenly...
I am looking haggard.
Darius just suddenly hit the wall. You know how women get to about 37 or something, and then all of a sudden, overnight, they get old. Darius suddenly got old.
This is a problematic thing for me. This is causing me anxiety about my eyes looking haggard, but I've noticed it.
Yeah.
And then Nico pointed it out very hurtfully today earlier, and now they've all noticed my old eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
smile for us.
No, it's because it's normally very smooth. Your skin is normally very smooth.
You know why? It's
you
because
changed your regime.
I have changed my regime.
What was your regime before? Were you using missile or water? I noticed that's the thing that's
his
in
regime
now.
before was sleeping around his mum's house for 20 hours a day. And now you've had a baby. That's the regime change, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that might do it.
Of course it fucking does.
Why?
Because you're tired.
Oh yeah, I am tired.
Why does being tired make you look older then?
Because your body doesn't get to regenerate. The cells don't get... the old cells have to get cleared out, and the new cells have to grow.
He's right. I've not been sleeping as well.
Yeah, you're not sleeping, is it?
Have
you changed what you rub on your face? Has it changed? From,
I've changed, so I use
Ollie Horn's balls.
I was using Skin in Me, and I've reordered it, so I'm going to go back to it.
How much is it?
I've got 50% half price. Actually,
yeah, but how much is it?
You know
it's
that
like
billionaire who
expensive.
basically spends millions to look fucking...
Oh yeah, he's to getting his son.
You're the Wish version of that.
The one who went...
you're not a billionaire, but
you're the portrait of him in the loft that ages while he gets young.
Well, you know, that billionaire spent all that money to never age at all. Went down in the Titanic sub.
Oh, did it? Hey. What about the guy who's taking the blood from his son?
Yeah, man, and
that's
spinning
who Mooch is talking about.
That is who you're talking about.
Yeah. He's the billionaire who
injects his son's blood or something.
Yeah, some random shit like that.
Apparently that does work.
And also the weird thing is, doesn't he get it from his granddad as well? And they spin it, they centrifuge it or something, and then they mix it all together, and they all get it put back in them. And for some reason, getting the old guy's blood also regenerates you, and it regenerates everybody.
No, the one we saw was just a dad and his son.
Yeah. So do you think that's where the myth of the vampire comes from?
Maybe.
Like sucking on because it was virgin's blood.
Yeah.
Are they all virgins? That explains a lot.
Is that why
you're doing? What is going on with
What is
Darius?
in your mouth?
You're going to pass.
He just had a gas bomb.
Oh, right.
No, I think it's someone's blood.
I don't touch that shit. I'm
you
clean.
don't touch gas bombs anymore?
Well, no, I've got a meeting.
Where?
So
I can't.
Gas bombs
he's got an AA meeting.
Well, it'd be NA for this.
Leo's got an important actual business meeting, so we're going to try and get him drunk before he goes to that.
I'm not drinking.
Why not?
Because I can't turn up stinking of booze.
No,
I've already got a reputation.
Just 10
you're
pints
Scottish,
is fine.
they kind of assume.
Yeah, so I can't like
it'll match the accent.
Like they'll be nervous if you turn up and you don't spell it.
It's like being a kid in the ghetto. I've got to act super clean. You know what I mean? So the police don't stop me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the female comedians have got to be twice as good to get half as much respect.
Which ones are twice as good?
I saw Whitney Cummings say that on a podcast.
Sophie Hagen's twice as big as most of them.
Yeah. That man,
That's
did you see?
mean.
Did you see Sophie
huge.
Hagen?
Oh, she's got fat.
Listen, I know 5 fat people, and she's 3 of them. That's my joke.
I don't know,
my
but
joke.
I do enjoy part. I'm also fat, so I feel like it's like saying the N-word if you're black. You can rip on a fat person if you're fat.
Yeah.
But are you ashamed of being fat, Mooch? That's the question.
Like not outwardly. But I like to, if I'm honest.
If there was a pill,
yeah,
you could just be that 6-pack and people are, fat activists. If there was a pill that generally worked.
Yeah. Well,
Zero effort,
there's
they'd all take it.
Ozempic.
Wegovy and is Ozempic.
Ollie's taking that. He's got some injection thing. The thing
Ozempic Lopic. What is he called?
He's injecting it.
I don't think they should have fat pills.
Why?
You put yourself in that state, get yourself out.
Yeah, that's right.
Work it off.
True, but then it's money making, isn't it?
Yeah.
The big farmer, innit? I just want to make money. I don't give a fuck.
The thing is,
selling all the vegetables.
Ollie's so fat he defeats the Ozempic because he injects himself and he still
Is he
eats.
taking Ozempic and he's still fat?
He's still, and he eats on it.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, but he injects it into cream eggs. It makes it just
I've
go down.
I've got a confession about this sort of stuff as well. I had one of those balloons that you put in your stomach,
right,
and it inflates up.
Gastric band?
Not a band, a balloon.
Similar.
So it
Well, you've had
reduces.
that.
It takes up
had it.
space.
And I lost a load of weight, and then just managed to eat through it and put
Yeah.
on weight.
Did you shit it out? Where does it go?
So basically, I was.
You have to swallow a pin to pop it.
You pop the balloon.
No. I did it all before. This is fucked up.
It
I
was
did
full
it
of
before
coke.
the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then I got it from some cheap ass fucking place, and then they went out of business.
What, like Turkey or
Where?
something?
Yeah.
No, just somewhere in Hammersmith.
Hammersmith, that well-known medical destination.
It was
Never
called
mind
Medical
Harley
One.
Street.
Basically, after the pandemic, this hospital went out of business.
Yeah.
So I had it stuck in me for like 2 years, 3 years. I kind of
Jesus.
forgot about it.
Is it still in there?
No. When I had a kid, I was like, I probably should sort this because I don't want to just die.
Maybe they just fill it full of helium. So when
No,
you
it's
weigh
just
yourself,
it's
you
salt
feel
water.
lighter.
It's
What, you
salt-
shit it out?
No. I had to go under to get it out.
They cut you open.
No. They just go through the mouth. So they just put in like a little balloon
Endoscopy.
with a tube. They fill it up and then it just detaches.
So how
Yeah.
comes you can't shit it out then?
Because
It's
it's
big,
still
it's big.
full of saline solution.
But doesn't it feel like it's
That's
You need a
crazy,
shit.
mate.
Did you feel full all the time?
You're supposed to, but
You didn't.
You can't.
What if it
after
blocks-
2.5 years, I wasn't anything.
get used to
What if it blocks
Yeah.
the hole?
Well, that's the problem. That's
Right.
what happens. It kind of, so they've got this chemical inside that sort of releases. So you piss a different color, and it's like, all right, it's burst,
The
and that's
fuck?
an issue because if it goes through your intestine.
Oh, I
it could-
see.
Right,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
die, like a warning.
Yeah.
sign.
And I
Yeah.
was pissing green for a bit, and I was like, oh,
Don't go swimming.
yeah. It was kind of like that. If apparently that's not true.
No, that's not true.
So I had to go under and get it undone. I was trying
What's
to run,
not true?
you know,
Like in a
if
swimming
you
pool,
piss
it
in a
takes
pool.
piss.
The
That's
chemical.
the thing.
Apparently it's not.
No,
That's the thing.
Have you ever
Yeah,
pissed in a pool and it's changed color?
No, but I've seen it.
You've seen the
Have
pool
you,
change
or is
colour?
this a
It
Nelson
turns-
Mandela
It
sort
turns
of?
purple.
Was this where
It's
was
a
this?
thing for real
Was it in Barbados?
in the Caribbean.
Right, yeah.
Someone had a Parker pen in their pocket when they dived in.
That-
Nah, it's a thing for
Barocca,
real.
if you drink Barocca, you can't piss anywhere. It's like fucking marmalade, man. It's like bright orange,
Yeah.
luminous piss.
I've never seen the piss change color. In
Shit,
I'm
shit
pretty
works
sure-
with shit. Seen it?
Yeah, but maybe in
Right.
Barbados where it's got
Listen,
nice pools, they
listen.
might take care in it.
Yeah.
Urine indicator dye is a mythical substance that is
Mythical.
supposed to be able to
Wow,
react
wow,
with
wow.
urine.
So somebody was just pissing purple.
Someone
So-
is lying.
Okay.
Somebody
Yeah,
had a-
someone's
Someone
lying.
is
We'll
lying.
let
Someone
it-
is-
I seen that for a lot, unless somebody had a pen in the thing for real.
Listen,
somebody had a lot of beetroot.
this ain't
you
the
saw it, someone
misinformation
shitting in the
podcast.
pool. That's basically
Nah, it was
Bladder
purple. It was
prolapse,
purple.
it was
Do you
blood.
think this will get taken down for urine dye misinformation?
Possibly. We've got
was
one
purple,
community strike, and we got Don Tran or some that trans woman from the first episode or earlier episode put a copyright strike on us
Right.
when we were watching a video. So I've copyright strike it back.
Well, we should put a copyright strike on being a man, and then she can't be a man.
Yeah, that's-
we were doing this first.
No, but we watched her video and she did a joke. It was a long time ago.
Right.
Anyway, there
Okay.
you go. I've ruined that.
Did you see Nigel Farage got his bank account cancelled by Coots?
Listen, we warned about this. We here at the 3SP podcast, we warned about this because we said if they do this to the truckers, they can do it to you. And now you still see these fucking idiots going, "Oh yeah, but Nigel Farage he didn't have enough money. He did have the money. Oh, but Nigel Farage he's got bad views." And it's like, are you a moron? If just because you don't like him
Yeah.
and you don't agree
The
with him,
bankers
it
are
will happen
worse,
to you.
surely.
Yeah.
Bankers are the worst than anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like
Hang on, wasn't he a banker?
he worked in finance. He wasn't.
I don't particularly like him either, but it's like I don't.
Part of the room.
Just what you
Oh.
said about misinformation. You know, they
Yeah.
were coming out and going, "Oh, actually, it wasn't that. It's because he didn't have enough money." In
Yeah.
that's misinformation.
That was a lie. The BBC
exactly.
BBC journalist John Sopel, some other guy. I can't remember his
Let's
name.
get Nigel on the pod.
But
Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
Bring him on.
Alistair knows him.
All right, let's
I got his number. And
well,
stuff.
Leo knows him, though.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's get him on.
All right, we'll get him on.
He needs a few quid.
And then we'll say, show us your banking app right now.
Wait, it doesn't. It came out that the bank. So the bank leaked.
I got more money than
bank leaked
Farage.
that
Leaks all his money.
The bank leaked that he didn't have enough money. And number one, that's client confidentiality. You don't go around and be like, oh,
It's
by the
just
way,
to
one of our clients
It's
doesn't
to
have enough money.
emasculate and humiliate him, isn't it?
Yeah, it was totally to humiliate. And the BBC just unquestioningly, uncritically republished these claims. Nigel Farage did a DSAR, a data subject access request, to see what the bank had mentioned about him in meetings. And this is a smart thing that I bet a lot of Coots clients are going to be doing. So it's like a freedom of information access request. So you get all the mentions in meetings. So I had all the meetings where
I do that with my wife.
they called him a disingenuous grifter, all this sort of stuff.
I read that.
And yeah, and also revealed that, they're like, oh, he's friends with Novak Djokovic, he's friends with Trump, he's got these opinions, he's bad, Brexit, Russia, blah, blah, blah.
And this is Coots.
This is Coots.
I thought they were all on that side anyway.
Yeah, you'd think. You'd think.
Like,
Man,
this is like, I thought the Coots is basically them just sitting like, fucking eyes wide shut party.
they're the bankers to the royal family. You know what I mean?
Queen's
Prince
bank.
Andrew, Prince Philip. You know what I mean? Imagine if they turn around to Prince Philip and they're like, oh, that joke you said, oh, you can't have a bank account with
Well,
us
he's
anymore.
dead now. But,
Yeah.
but
Who's
Prince
dead?
Andrew.
Prince Philip.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, the old one. That's the old one.
That's the driving guy.
So how have we got to a point where Big Pharma and the bankers are now sort of like the good guys? Are you all fucking mental? Do you know what I mean? I look around, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, the left used to be like, critical of, suspicious of big corporations. Now they're like, oh, this corporation's brands align with my values.
Next thing
so I'm going to go into battle for them. Are you
I
fucking
think we can
mental?
agree that they're both cunts.
Exactly. They're all cunts.
like, in this situation. And you can have cunts on both sides of the same argument. And I think this podcast is an example of that.
Oh yeah, I'm not for any. But like an individual has been denied a service by a bank because of what they think.
Yeah.
Like, forget who it is. That can't be fucking right, can it?
No.
Because then they can just narrow the parameters of what you're allowed to think.
Basic service that, so like you can't have water or gas or electricity if you don't believe in the earth being round.
Yeah.
ESG, like personal ESG score, isn't it?
Yeah, but it happens
Social
to
credit
Constantine
score.
and Francis as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, you're politically exposed person. But this is what I don't get.
But I mean, they were banking with.
But why? I don't understand. If you do a freedom of information,
I bank with Tide.
Well, yeah, I
They're
mean,
shit.
but it's
They
sound like
are
a, they,
shit.
they
I
sound
wanna-
like a washing detergent.
They are shit.
any bank that's also does washing up liquid.
Yeah,
fucking-
I just made that joke.
Oh,
One
shit, I
second.
wasn't listening.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Yeah,
you know,
but-
But why don't they just lie on the Freedom of Information Act?
Both of those jokes.
'Cause that's illegal.
Yeah.
And if you
But
get
how will
caught-
they know?
Everybody
If
lies.
you do a free, no, but I'm saying if you did if I was Coots and you Freedom of Information Acted me, I'll go and I'll just lie. How are you gonna fucking know?
But
Like
you'd
Leo
have
and
to.
Darius.
I mean, I got some knowledge about this.
Oh, yeah, go on then.
Well, can
these
I,
are-
Well,
I'm gonna
keep that
submit-
out of
I'm gonna
here.
Submit a freedom of
This
information
isn't the
act
place for knowledge.
to find out about how you know that knowledge.
Basically, you get lawyers, reviewers, paralegals, whatever, to review the documents, and part of it can be automated, because you got to review, you got to do a sift of all the documents that mention the name, and then you got to retract anything that could personally identify somebody else in the documents.
More interesting.
But a lot of people from outside the bank will have visibility of the documents, so you can't then.
But
receive
for
those
all
documents.
companies, you can't just lie.
I mean, you can get like it's,
Like, you can
That-
do a Freedom of
I think
Information.
that
We
would
were
be-
having fun.
Good
till-
launder.
that would be contempt of court or something like that. That'd be a more serious thing than the original thing. You know
Well,
what I mean?
depends
It's
what
like
you're
lying
Depends
to a
what you're
judge.
talking about in the.
I'm gonna see if
meeting.
Coots have
think
got an
we
app.
could come to a place where instead of like drug dealers and pimps having to launder their money, like someone on like GB News has got to set up like a Barbers and put and put all their fee through that. Go, I don't want anyone to know that I'm anti-vax, or not even anti-vax.
That I'm
Everyone's anti-vax now. Everyone's pretending like, I wasn't part of the Get the Vax crew.
You say that, but the fucking echo chamber of the comedy world on most social media, everyone's still digging out that Djokovic. And I think,
Really?
yeah, I think, do you know what? It reminds me of Muhammad. I think if you're one of them people that are ragging on Djokovic,
Yeah.
you're like the people that derided Muhammad Ali for
I-
not
I
doing the
was for
draft.
Djokovic,
You're on the wrong side of history, in my
but
opinion.
against Muhammad Ali. So you should have gone to war.
I think you should.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe you should, but I'm just saying. Like, he
I'm
got
with you,
stripped.
Mooch. He should have gone to war.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Because
know
I
why he
hate-
didn't?
Why?
Coward.
Oh.
You know, you can.
Pussy-o.
Yeah, exactly that.
Coots have got 1 star for their app.
Really?
Yeah, 1.7 star.
No, that's just decoration. It's just actually just a golden little dot star.
It's good to know though that they also use banking apps. The rich above us.
Of course they do. They're shutting my local branch of Barclays, by the way.
How much you need to get an account at Coutts?
You're automatically can't get one, Nico.
Why?
You're black. You know that. Come on now.
I bet you Jay-Z got one.
He hasn't. They're proper racist.
I bet you Jay-Z got one.
Well, they'd like Farage then, wouldn't they? He'd be the poster boy.
Yeah, but I don't know why they did. I don't know why. Yeah, when we said
No
that, why-
frogs.
Yeah, and no, they pretend they do the same corporate stuff because every time they get off at Charing Cross,
They've tried
they
to
got
earn.
LGBT or they got
Oh, no.
Black
Oh, yeah,
Lives
that's for
Matter
the-
or they
They've
got
done it
all
for
that
publicity,
stuff.
haven't they?
So
We're
I'm
good
sure
guys.
they have one or two black.
You should
account
apply for
holders.
an account there.
Yeah, I will do.
do it.
So how much?
Do it
How
now.
much is the limit?
It's $1 million, isn't it?
No, what is
Something
the
like
limit?
that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I actually had a job interview at Coutts years ago when I first moved to London.
When you're
But
on the Death Star.
everybody else was posh, and I was like, somehow I got through with
Did
my
you get the
provincial
job?
accent. No, of course
Oh,
not.
you're a box
I s-
ticker.
I smashed all. No, they weren't ticking boxes in those days, so they just took all the posh people. Didn't take me.
Oh.
Oh,
Even
what
though I
was your-
smashed
Check it out. Google it.
What was
I
your
can
worst
apply
ever
for a
job
account.
interview?
Mine.
Yeah.
Oh man, I turned up with a dirty shirt, and they were like, "Have you got any? have you got any bad points?" And I was like, "Well, I got disciplined for bullying at my last job,
What?
and that's why I'm leaving." And they were like, "Why do you want this job?" I'm like, "The money."
I got sacked on an induction.
1
That's
million.
bad, isn't it?
1 million.
Got sacked on
On induction, how
investable
do you-
assets.
How'd you do that?
I got a job at Centre Parks, and it was delivering pizzas in my 30s.
What?
Yeah, in the evenings, right? And you know, Centre Parks is like this sprawling, like complex of villas throughout the woodland where I used to
Right.
grow up near
Oh,
Elbridge
yeah.
Forest. And I worked for this place, and it was like they delivered pizzas in Chinese and Indian. It was called Dining In. And this is way before Teslas, and this is like they had a little electric golf buggy. So I'm
Yeah.
in the fucking 50-year-old woman, my supervisor, first day of the job induction. She goes, "I'll take you out and show you how you do it." So we're driving around this little golf buggy with this pizza in the back, and there's just me and her at
Is
night.
she fit?
Yeah, she was actually. She was shagging the boss apparently. But so I was driving along, and she goes, "Beep your horn a lot because the
Yeah.
guests can't hear. It's an electric car." Like she goes, "You've got to keep beeping your horn." She goes, "Because it's so silent, people can't hear you coming up behind them."
Step out in front.
And I said, "Oh, perfect car for a rapist." There was just me and this 50-year-old woman in this little golf buggy in silence for about 20 minutes. I got back to the unit. She goes, "I don't think this is for you."
And you go, but I didn't rape you.
Yeah, I just said it.
Also, she couldn't have told you. She's a bitch. She waited till you got back. She should have
she had
told
to.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because she wanted a
Scared.
lift.
No,
that's
we were
why.
delivering
That's
pizzas.
scared.
Terrified that fucking.
But our shoulders were touching. It was a tiny little car. I was like, but it was just an observation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Fine. What's your worst job interview and or firing?
I was late, and I had
What?
I was late, and I didn't have. I got some tissue and wiped my face, and then I did the interview. And then after the interview, I come out and there was tissue all over my I get in the elevator and there's bits of tissue all over my fucking
Cut
face.
yourself shaving your forehead.
I was like, fuck.
What was it for?
Huh?
Job for?
It was a IT position in Lambeth Council or something like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Mooch, your worst one?
My worst what? My
Worst interview and or firing from a job.
I got fired from FOP. Actually, I didn't get fired. I was a Christmas actually no, I
Christmas
did
elf.
No, I actually did get fired. Just for turning up late. I wanted basically discount music, so I got a job there and just.
Because it weren't cheap enough.
What FOP?
Yeah, if it was like 50p a CD.
Yeah, I know, but you could order anything from any distributor, so I wouldn't buy the shit that they had, but I'd buy
Right,
anything
yeah.
I wanted. And then I was it wasn't a firing. I just left a telesales job, and the manager brought me and one other guy in to the meeting. And was like, cool, one of you's not going to come out with a job, and I went, shotgun me, because it's fucking dog shit. You're just fucking selling Time Life CDs to old people. You'd just be on the phone with them and you'd have to trick them into saying yes.
Right.
I was like, oh, fuck this, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I got fired for sleeping on the shop floor.
That's
but,
unbelievable.
but get this, it was a fucking bed shop. It's like we fucking sell, but like some customer came in and saw me lying on the bed and like, complained to
Advertising.
the fucking manager. I'm like, this is what we do. This like If you're a motorbike shop, you're going to want to see people riding motorbikes.
Wait. A customer complained.
A customer.
Well, you fucking
It's
kidding,
in,
you
it's
nerd.
in
Butt naked
Dumfries.
in bed.
Did you wake up with an erection though?
Yeah.
Back in those days. You then, what's yours? You got sacked.
Well,
with a case of Nivea.
my recent. So I was doing that teaching job. The way that.
Well, you weren't doing it.
Well, the way that spectacularly came to an end, right? I was a teaching assistant, so I wasn't actually teaching that day. And I was in as 2 students, and one turned out he was being sent to that school because he's a pedo. He's like a 15-year-old pedo kid. That's why.
Is
he
that
was
not
there.
just a kid?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he was 18, but he was. But anyway. So I'm the.
So you get like young pedos who are like the same age as their victims.
Yeah, but like he's like 17
you've
and
got
he's
to be a
chatting
cougar.
to
No, I
like a
suppose if you're-
9-year-old.
if
Oh,
you're-
right.
So he was like a
Yeah,
weird.
so
He was just doing like really inappropriate. Anyway, so but it was fine. So
what was his name?
actually he every now and then he goes.
Yeah,
"No, I
freedom
can't-"
of information. What was his
I
name?
can't remember. I
But he's
genuinely
got a
can't.
bank account.
Yeah, but he has. But so anyway, I wasn't teaching that day. I just had to be there in case any of them hulked out and like started beating up the teacher because they used to
What
have.
are you gonna do?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do shit. So I ain't gonna.
Finger like
I-
WWE.
I'm not gonna help. One of the things is
You're gonna record.
yeah, one of the safeguarding issues is
World star.
a student brings a knife into school. What are the risks? I went deaf. He went yes, deaf. That's why I ain't doing shit. Anyway, this other teacher was being like audited by this like woman was watching him teaching. So I'm just not to do anything. I'm just there in case they hulk out. So I'm on my phone just looking at it and not interested in, right? Anyway, she sends an email the next day. And by this time, comedy has started coming back, right? So I was quite busy, and this was getting in the way. I sent this email going, that I have to say I was shocked that, and also I got on well with the students. I was a good teacher because I was like I am, right? And I got an email, so I was shocked. I've got it on my phone that you would portray yourself in such a manner in front of another member of staff. At one point, I didn't know if you were one of the students or not, and she CC'd in
I
like
can
my line
understand that.
manager and my boss.
Wouldn't make
Look-
that mistake now, Wrinkles.
So I,
Miss McCluskey over here.
I don't find this amusing in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, I replied and I put, thank you for your considered feedback and your slyly CCing in my boss. And then I just went through. I went, the reason your teachers are shit is because I've got the email. I'll find it. I was like, but it was so funny. I went, your sly email CCing in. And then anyway, I don't want this job. Suck my balls. Fuck you. But then the next day, I was like, shit, I do want that job. And I regretted it.
Because money.
Yeah, because you didn't do anything either. The
I
kids
know you
never
didn't
turned
do
up. I
anything.
know, it's fucking annoying.
I got fired from youth education.
Yeah, so did I.
From there's this place where when the kids get kicked out of school, they come to this place. The bad behaved people.
Yeah.
So they come to this place.
Is it
The
pupil
remedial
referral
stuff.
unit?
Yeah. So I'm there teaching the maths, English, drawing, and shit like that. I was a volunteer for a bit.
You
and
got
then
sacked as a volunteer.
and then they were thinking of putting me on a payment thing, right? But then they fired me because the woman said she didn't want the kids picking up my lackadaisical attitude.
Maybe we got fired for the right reason.
If you think about it, they should get more laid back people to do that with that
Well,
aggro kids.
So I did the
Rub off
remedial.
on
You know what the problem was? This is a genuine, and this is actually kind of interesting. They actually need male teachers because there's no male teachers, and these kids
There's
have
a lot
no.
of female teachers who look like men.
Yeah, but and now there's a lot of male teachers who look like females, but but they had no male influence and no strong men, and so they were like really going on. And
To
the
the,
women,
to the point
Yeah,
that
that's
you were
'cause
a
of-
strong
but I
man.
was in genuine. I did nothing right. I was a rubbish teacher, right? I was rubbish, but they had proper teachers. The difference was I would go up to them and say, "Listen, I don't want to be here. You don't want to be here, right? Do this in 10 minutes. You can go home, right?"
It's like
I got
Dead
some-
Poets Society.
I got some kid into. I got some of those. I got a kid into college. First one, he fucking got him into college. Got some girl into college. All these other teachers are that's their
Look,
job.
all you gotta
You were
do,
negging them.
all you gotta do as a teacher, be young, and the kids like you.
No,
If you're
because
younger,
no, because
they like you.
they had young teachers, but they were trying to actually
There's
teach
nothing
them.
tragic than the man that thinks he's the rad teacher.
I was.
Did you
I-
come and sit on your chair backwards? I hate
I
dudes.
did actually.
What's going on?
Yeah, I did
What's
actually.
going on TikTok, guys?
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Fuck you, Justin. You interloper. Free speech, not forced speech.
You invited me here.
What?
I'm the vampire.
You fuck. What else has been happening?
5 at the moment.
Bad than the real vanilla.
I couldn't believe like some jobs are so shit. Like I used to work night shift in a petrol station. It was 10-hour shifts, 8
You were
p.m.
Alan Partridge.
to 8 a.m. Well, he just visited it. I was working in it like the Jordan guy.
Oh yeah, you.
But man, it was like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and just the shittest job and the shittest part of Edinburgh. And £3.50 an hour. You know what I mean? So you're
That's
getting
mad.
fucking 35.
You could buy a new penny farthing for that.
That's before the internet.
It was about.
It
what?
was before the internet, wasn't it?
It was about
Dial up.
1996 or 7.
Oh wow, you really are
That was
old.
Netscape era.
I was young.
That's the year. That's the year I was born. That's crazy.
That's the year I was yet to be-
Reborn.
Yeah, no, I was born in 98, 99.
Are you older than me, Justin?
Probably.
Right.
I don't care.
Mooch, are you older than me?
No, Mooch isn't that.
No,
old.
Mooch isn't old.
Right.
Mooch is just
Mooch,
fat.
Mooch, Mooch and Nico have got those new sloping baseball caps.
What?
This is old.
Yeah, I've noticed that younger people wear these. Look, that what a retired
Instead of the ones
accountant.
that snap out.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Joe Jacobs wears that kind of hat.
yeah,
as
it's
well.
like a retired accountant wears on his head when he's cutting his
Sloping.
hedge.
What do you mean? You mean that doesn't have
Yeah,
the
it's
hard
like
bit?
flat,
Yeah,
Oh,
no
okay,
shape.
Yeah, yeah. That's what all the young kids wear. I wear the old school hard
Yeah.
hat, bump cap.
That's because you can
The
wash
Timmy Mallet.
these. You can wash these and they don't
I'd
get
buy a new
wrinkly.
one.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that the young lads now they've got the
I just
slopey
have hair.
baseball caps. I've got hair.
I'll get here.
Yeah, I know. I've got hair as well. He's got hair.
Yeah, it's thinning a bit. Not.
Yeah.
Did you
get
have a
finished
second
ride.
thing done?
Huh?
You had a second thing done?
No, it's still the first one.
That's good, man.
Thanks.
This is called the Turkish beanie. You can't take it off.
I gotta say, so when I got my hair done in Turkey, so they give you, man, it was a good deal. Like,
And that's the first. That's the only
You
one
pay
you
by
had done.
strap.
so that's the only one I've had. And it wasn't
That's good,
wasn't
man.
expensive. I got it through Darius. I didn't even mean to get one, but Darius. I just bumped into Darius and I was like, what you doing? He's like, I'm going for a consultation for a hair transplant. I'm like, what the fuck? You got like so much hair. So I went along as
I was
well.
going bald.
Obviously, when we walked in, they assumed that I was the person who was there for the hair transplant consultation. So I thought, fuck, I better get one. So I didn't like shop around.
Did
or
you
anything.
not think you were bold at that point?
Yeah, I knew I was kind of, I was getting to the point where I had to either shave it or do something. Get a toupee. But like, so
Buy a hat.
went out to Turkey. They
Hat times. Hat times.
paid, no, I'm not wearing a hat.
He can't do hat. and
Wait,
leather
they
shirt.
give-
Josh, what does Josh do with this? Because Josh used to
Josh.
wear Howie.
Josh
He used to
Howie.
wear hats all the time.
Yeah.
What's he
bald.
doing? What does he do on GB News?
What in terms of looking
Does he
at
wear a
his
hat?
head?
Talking about someone who's aged
Oh, but-
rapidly, he looks fucking old now.
Yeah, he is old.
Yeah, but
He's
he
got
looks
5
like his
kids.
whole style's
He's-
aged like
he's
rapidly.
so old.
Yeah.
Does he wear a hat on GB News?
No.
Are you allowed
What's
to
he
wear a
do?
hat? Can I wear a hat?
Like in terms of his head, or
Yeah,
what
in
does he
terms
do
of
on the
hair.
show? He just has a head.
He just
He
Do
just
they,
Slick-
has-
he's
do they have to
slick back.
powder it?
he slicks his. He puts. I don't know if he puts grease in it or something, but he sort of slicks it back.
Okay.
Pomade.
I'll have to
that
see.
thing.
'cause-
Yeah, look at his
Yeah.
head. But yeah, they pay for a hotel for you, and it was quite a nice hotel. But the guy, everybody in Turkey.
Did you
gets
go on
them.
your own to that?
Yeah. I did a gig in Turkey.
You're a hair
and then,
tourist.
I did a gig and then got a coat. No, yeah, like the Istanbul airport. All you see is people with those, the band.
Eddie Munsters, like the 1 inch forehead.
Yeah.
Every gig they give him a couple hairs, stuck them in.
I got someone tick.
Yeah.
You know the worst thing was though is Leo owned it, so no one could even bully him because you were walking around. You were doing gigs when your head was still like red and shit,
Man, my first night back.
like shamelessly as well. Like,
There is no shame in it.
no, but some comedians you'd hide that, right?
Yeah,
not,
Some people will
not,
stay
not
on.
Leo. He was on stage with his head.
Wayne Rooney.
But can't even
Yeah,
bullying
I
him.
was bleeding on stage. I remember my first night back. I went on a date with this lassie. I'd had blood coming down my head like that. And then there's this other
That's
lassie.
hilarious. That's
Imagine
hilarious.
turning up to a date up with a,
Oh, your
a
head's
hair,
bleeding.
like not even hiding a hair transplant.
Because you can't put a hat on because you got to let it breathe. But I told her in advance. I was like,
Dolphins breathe
my
from the
head's
top of
gonna
their heads, not you.
Why you didn't postpone, bro? Postpone the date.
What's postponed?
But not even. But wait a minute, that girl was really fucking wanting.
Man,
some-
if you can
She had
have
sex with
if
her.
you can
That's
pull a
a
woman
test.
with a bleeding head,
Did you get any?
you got
No.
game.
No.
You
Listen,
kidding?
if you had pulled that off, that'd be the greatest lit of all time.
The only thing I can
That'd
think
be
of
the
is if she was really short and couldn't see it, just
Yeah.
with the fucking angles and shit.
But then I went a bit after that when it sort of bedded in. But the thing is, like, so they put the
So
transplants in.
you were in the restaurant with the bandage. on your head-
Restaurant?
or-
Restaurant?
or-
I'm not going to a restaurant.
I'm
on a
imagining
fucking
first
date.
dates.
Where did you go?
What?
Went to
Oh,
the
sorry,
pub.
You were in the car.
The
park.
pub.
Pub, yeah.
And you had a bandage on your head.
I didn't have a
Pub.
bandage. I just had like.
Just
Did I have a
blood.
bandage? No, I just had the.
Like
the,
a Beyond
'cause
Borg
they have the
headband.
thing, the headband. But I don't think I had that on
It
either.
wasn't like
A press-on
what's that
towel.
footballer? What's his name?
Ryan Wales. No. The Welsh guy.
The-
Gareth Bale.
The England footballer during what's called 90s, who had that. Was it
Colin
Stuart Pearce?
Hendry.
Paul Ince. Paul Ince.
Oh,
Paul Ince, when he had the bandage.
Oh, Terry Butcher.
Terry Butcher's not that.
Yeah, it's Terry Butcher. Yeah.
Paul Ince had a bandage as well.
Yeah.
Hendry used to always, because he had that.
But
like,
I
almost-
think Leo would look more like Terry Butcher than Paul Ince.
Listen.
Terry Butcher
Was it
owns
Stuart
a
Pearce?
restaurant, pub near where I used to live.
You know-
So what did the girl say to you?
Man, it was fine. She was sort of interested in it and stuff. It was fine.
Yeah,
But
that's
then
what-
obviously
oh, yeah, yeah.
nothing happened. But she was a bit mental to be honest.
So mental, she wouldn't sleep with Frankenstein.
But then, nah, she was
Leo
like,
on a date. Is it?
nah. But then a bit after that, I went on a date with this. In fact, did one of you meet her? Because she came with me to a gig in Leeds. You know the Alan Anderson gig in Leeds. We drove up and then drove back, and that was like our sort of first date, I think.
Right.
Man, when Leo was single, he used to inflict comedy on women, man. Just proper
Trying to get his numbers up.
just
Have a follow-up.
Just inflict it on them mercilessly. Just every gig, some random poor woman there. And the worst thing is, you're not sat with them during the gig. So they're just on their own in the audience, like, what the fuck?
Having a great time.
Not the Scottish stereotype, but I will take you on a date as long as I'm getting paid. I'm not paying for dinner. You can come to my place of work.
I got in trouble in
I'll get you
Australia.
discount tickets.
I got in trouble in Australia because we got half price food at that.
Because of you, they stopped it. I was there this year. They
stopped it.
They fucking stopped it.
They stopped it.
They stopped, man.
Are you serious?
We did that. We had this venue there's a venue in Australia called the Austral. Great venue, comedy, right? And they do amazing steaks and food. And all the comedians used to get half price, so we'd all order the most expensive steak. Then Leo kept on bringing fucking dates there, and they went, wait a minute, the fuck are these people now? And it had been like an annual tradition, like going back like years, and now they've stopped it.
So first date
You
on
owe
a
me a
gig.
steak.
First date on a gig. How critical is it you do well? Did you ever die and still get laid?
I can't remember. I don't think I've ever died. I've always just crushed. Right?
Wow. You know what I mean? Like, the better you do, is it fast track?
It's obviously better if you do better. But yeah, I think it's
There's
a good.
no. Is
good
there a
thing for a
pity
date.
sex when it's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
I'll
No.
give you a hand job.
That was actually a little bit derivative.
But yeah, this lassie. The worst thing was when like girls would come and see you again, and they'd be like, "Oh, you did all the same jokes again," and then they're like, "Oh,
Worse when they saw you
you're-
10
Bring
years
them
later.
twice.
You're gonna get very bored of these jokes," you know.
You're as bored as I am. I'm getting paid to listen to them again.
Yeah, but so I went with this Romanian lassie who came up to Leeds and
There
stuff.
was one bird you brought to Thistle that was hot.
Just one.
You incriminate yourself.
There was a
There was
Eastern
one of all the troglodytes that you brought week in, week out.
Was that when you was wearing your crown of thorns? A single trickle of blood down here, like the Messiah.
Jesus.
dying on stage for the masses.
Sweating blood, he's trying so hard. Look at the fucking work ethic of this geezer, sweating blood.
For 3 days he'd rise up again and do it.
When the Viagra kicks.
She was hot. She was
Yeah.
hot. The Eastern European one. She was.
Yeah.
I bet you
She was
didn't
quite.
know at the time.
She was quite thick.
Yeah.
Anus.
I think that was him.
Like, you know what I mean? She wasn't skinny, but
Well,
she had.
she was
She had
Lithu-
beautiful eyes, not all
she
wrinkled.
was Lithuanian. She was like super healthy. I remember. She was
Yeah,
super,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
She could be in an oatmeal advert. or
Yeah,
something.
she was hefty. She was good, man. She looked
No,
good.
she was
Hefty.
No, she
That
was.
good-
Hefty.
No,
No, as in thick,
want some
as in
chick-
curvy.
no, she was
Curvy.
Yeah.
She wasn't like skinny. thin
I
bone. She-
remember.
like
Leo-
Jennifer Lopez
Well,
type
you know what
body.
Leo?
She was good.
You know what Leo used to say. So the thing when and Nico, he said you two went out one time. He said there was a woman at the bar and she was, let's say, on the larger side, and you were like nervous to approach her. And you were like, man, what should I say? I want to chat to this girl. He said, ask her if she wants to go to the chip shop or something. Like, what?
What? I don't remember
You like
that.
fat girls.
That's when we were in Angel Islington. We were in some.
We were at a
some
gig?
pub. No, we used to. Nico will deny this, but we used to go out in the pool together when we were single.
Is this during your?
when Nico was a pickup artist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
shit.
that work?
What?
Oh man, that
Who was the better wingman?
What were your
Well, when
pickup
when
artist
Leo
names?
wasn't bleeding.
what was? Oh,
Were you like the Iceman or
You know
something?
what?
Listen, this is
You know
sad. Wait, hang on. The thing is frozen. Is that us? That's the whole thing?
Recording
Oh,
the
no.
other one as well, don't worry.
My eyes look.
Okay,
my eyes
cool.
look.
you know what?
No,
my
look, the truth
What-
is,
what was your
I
pickup
went
artist?
along. I went along with Leo. Leo was the leader, and Leo said, "Come, Nico, and get involved in this. It teaches you how to pick up women and stuff." I was like, "Okay, let's go."
But what were
With
your
the-
pickup names?
We didn't have no names.
yeah, you did on the forum.
Iceman.
You liar.
I remember mine.
Well, nah, I don't
yours
remember
need
red
mine.
top.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, mine will probably just be Neeks, because Neeks is like my own pickup, my username on everything. So it would have been Neeks or something like that.
He nicked a
But-
name off American Gladiators.
Well, anyhow,
Two
we went out, and what was it? We went to that bar, that rooftop bar.
Right, yeah. Oh, the one in Kensington.
Is it Kensington?
Yeah,
I
South-
gigged there.
They did a
South
gig,
Kent
yeah.
Roof Gardens.
Yeah, I gigged there.
I don't know.
did
We
it
went to some rooftop bar or whatever. But nah, and we met that little guy and your mate Aaron.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Aaron was in it as well.
Yeah.
Was he on the forum?
He's still in it, man.
For
He's
life.
still looking for a wife.
And you're a dream.
He's like 78 now.
fancy football.
But you know what? What I wanted to say is though that negging does actually work.
Only like it's more of a like teasing, like a fun, playful teasing.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of a,
It's correct.
Banter, basically.
it's misrepresented in the media.
Like banter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like banter, like classic.
But no. But little. No, I'm not saying like brutally.
So what you got to a girl
Insulting.
and you say, "Do you want to drink, you fat cunt?"
No, nothing like that. But like, but not something that would take them like, oh, you got a bit like.
You got blood dripping down your
Yeah,
face.
yeah. When is that bandage gonna come off? but nah, like if you tell them, you got a bit of fluff on your face, like if the
Tissue.
like if she's a bit of stunner, you go, oh, you got a bit of fluff there, or what's that mark? You know what I mean,
Yeah.
or something. Some people nag harder than that, but I would just like, oh, you got a bit of fluff there or something. And that
got
is
tissue
like
paper all over your
yeah. That's like an icebreaker, especially if the girl is like super hot.
Yeah.
So
It-
what's
it-
the
it
idea that
puts
she
her on-
then tries to chase you for approval?
It puts her on the back foot.
And it
Because you know,
basically-
in the bar, she's gonna be like, oh, like this. Oh, I'm
It's
super
like
hot.
Yeah,
if you
they
were
have
But
sharing a
puts her-
golf
Women-
cart with someone.
women
and you
have
made a
a-
rape joke.
It wasn't a joke. It was an observation.
Women
It
have
would
a-
be a good vehicle.
Women have a shield up because, like, you know, like a hot girl in the bar is going to get approached so many times, and a guy's always come up with the
Same
same.
shit.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
so
Hey,
beautiful.
you-
Yeah,
can
something
I get your
different.
number, blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
not good enough. I'm not good
So,
enough, and they want someone that.
Whereas
Yeah.
if you,
Comes
well,
with
if you,
higher
if you come
status.
up and it like it sort of, I guess it signals.
It pulls
that-
them, yeah,
Yeah, but
that
you're at
and
the
it
same
pulls
level.
them down a little bit as well. It's
That
like
sounds manipulative.
cat.
Come down to our level.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm
like,
gonna have to go.
Every time I try to do, wait, before Leo has to go because he's got a meeting now. Yo, this episode is brought to you by highpoint.care. Use the code 3SP for all your CBD goodies. We've got gummies, we've got creams, we've got lotions, potions, drinks, and everything in between. Use the code 3SP, 10% off. We get 20%. We'll spend the money on hard drugs with THC in them, but you get the non-THC ones. Highpoint.care. Use the code 3SP. Thanks for sponsoring us, you guys.
They're
Highpoint.care.
still sponsoring us.
They're still sponsoring us, man.
Fucking idiots.
He gave me money.
Should be called Low Point.
He wants to come on the pod.
He came on and it didn't record.
We got the owner of Highpoint.
It was actually a good episode.
It was a great. So we got the owner. We're gonna get him back on Highpoint.care.
I was quite fucking.
wait, we recording with mooch your ass on the thing?
Yeah, but we'll change the camera angle.
Oh, okay.
I was quite spangled when we left here off that seat.
Yeah, I was fucked.
It works.
We recorded our episode with the owner, Paul from Highpoint.care. It's great. He's a nice guy, but we forgot to press record.
We did.
We did. We just got
Is
wasted.
that the royal we?
Justin forgot to press record.
Harold and Kumar make a podcast.
We're back. Leo's had to go. He's got a meeting.
Wait, what is this? This is Patreon or this is regular?
Let's finish this episode. How long have we done on the other pod? Huh?
If you take the Danes, well,
Yeah, so take the date. So we'll do another 20 minutes of this, and then we'll do a Patreon.
Yeah.
So Leo. So for the listeners out there, Leo's gone. He's got a meeting.
job.
He's got an actual. I know what it's about. Big news. No, he hasn't got an iPhone. But we're back. Shall we slag off the comedians we were slagging off on the main pod, or should we slag him off on the Patreon?
Patreon.
Is this the
Patreon.
Is this the But how long did we record the other one for?
44 minutes. But
That's not enough. We need 50.
We need to do 15.
Let's drop another 15 and then we slag off them guys.
All right, listen.
You start some beef. I love beef.
We're gonna name names. Of
I like beef.
We were discussing it off air. We're slagging them off. Good slagging off. If you want to hear who we're slagging off, go on to our patreon.com. Sign up for us. Subscription starts from £4. We're gonna slag off some.
And
comedians.
hear us
do we
slag
still
off.
have patrons? Are they still?
We got this slowly going up since I've been
Oh, sick.
since I've taken over.
Good.
It's slowly. If
Well
you
done.
look, you know what? I'll tell you the truth. People have left multiple comments. Where's Mooch? Where's Nico? Where's Leo? Why are you not all coming on? They miss you. They like you. All of you.
I generally do love doing the pod, but I've got shit going on that means it's.
Man has a family now.
We've all got families.
We've all got families.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
can't.
I just, I don't care about mine. That's what you got. You just, you
This is
got to
another
get priorities
country.
straight.
Mooch wants well-adjusted kids.
The apple didn't fall far from the tree. His second family north of the border.
No.
Mooch-
Look,
Mooch wants well-adjusted
If it's
kids.
the set time each week.
That's why I keep telling this guy.
Man, I've asked
When
you so
you got
many
kids, you can't freestyle.
What
Yeah.
time?
You have to say Wednesday at 3 every fucking week.
Yeah.
Is that
You
is
can't be
Wednesday?
shifting around.
And
You
now
you
it's
you
Tuesday
you be
at
doing
I'm like,
you be
I'm
doing podcasts on a Sunday at 7. I'm like, what? And I'm booking guests that I want to talk to and shit, and it's all random sorts of times.
But
You can't do
sometimes
that.
you gotta
You
book
have
a-
to stick to Wednesday, 3 o'clock,
Is-
or
is Wednesday-
Tuesday, or let's pick a day and
All right.
everyone agree on
Okay,
agree
let's
on
pick
it.
a
I
date
didn't
and
want to
agree.
open up all wounds.
Okay, let's pick a
Not
date and agree on
Leo's
it.
head.
But sometimes when it comes to guests, by the way, we've got Jennifer Keeling.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing as well with guests. You tell them, listen, the fellas can only make black. The guest can't dictate to you unless it's fucking like I don't know, somebody big like Faraj. You know what I mean?
But
No,
once
they
in-
can't-
Oh, you
no,
worship
Faraj.
Faraj, do you?
Not Faraj, yeah.
Well,
Turncoat.
Bank accountless.
we only get big guests.
Idolising
No,
him.
you can't get.
He survived a plane crash.
Yeah.
Did he? He's Ric Flair. What the fuck?
He was in a plane crash.
Was he?
Yeah.
But it was one of those ones that had a banner at the back that said "Immigrants go home."
But no, you
Flown by a Polish guy.
we dictate to the guests because we are doing them a favor for the most part.
What
unless
are you talking about? What are you talking about? The regions of grinding on this pod.
Listen,
This is
or-
why I let the guests dictate to us when we do the pod. I know
Doing them a favour. Half of them can't work after this pod.
It's like a leech going. I get to decide when I latch onto you.
Yeah, listen, we have exclusive.
Nigel Farage won't come on this pod because of the toxic sort of.
When will you have me? I'll do it. But when will you have me? I'd love to do it. Please, can I come on your podcast?
Listen, we got 1,000 subscribers that are very influential.
2,000 now. We got 2,500.
No, Nigel Farage after the plane crash.
Like and subscribe. Actually, do fucking. You know what? It's 2,000 of you.
No, but
Give
what?
us
No,
sign
no,
up to
yeah.
Patreon.
But no, what I'm saying is, you say to the guests like that guy.
Junior.
Yeah. You say to him, listen, the guys. It makes for a better podcast when most of the guys are there. There's more banter. Everyone is more involved. So this is the time most of the guys can do it. That's what you say to them, rather than just one man going in there. You get what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough, fair
But
enough.
unless that person has a massive following online, then you go, okay, and they say this is the only time I can do. Then you go,
Like
all right, fair
Constantine.
enough. Yeah, like Constantine. I
when
understand.
we all just didn't turn up twice on it.
Yeah. You know, with Constantine, you have to do it when he can do it. But for most
He doesn't have
people,
a bank account either. Fuck him.
We only want people with bank accounts on this podcast.
so that's all I'm saying. Man.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, what we're going to do...
But going forward, we should record at the same time every single day.
Well, tell us when.
And that's why we had that great run in the beginning, because it was used to be Wednesday, Tuesday or whatever it was. Whenever it was, it used to be
a Craig David song.
Yeah. It used to be.
All right,
that
we're gonna sit down and set a time that works for everyone, because we've all got families. What were we talking about before we went off road?
We was gonna roast them guys.
We're gonna bitch about people who...
Oh, I just want to say, before we go, we're going to go to the Patreon. We're going to slag off a few comedians who run well-established gigs and are sycophants, however you say that.
It's
no, they're just they're just promoters.
No, they're not.
Businessmen.
But it's crazy though what fame does to people. You know what I mean?
Clout chasing.
Yeah. No, but like how people respond to famous people is crazy, mate. Fame is like it's like that thing said. It's a hell of a drug, man.
Aphrodisiac.
Yeah, it's like you see.
For a man who gets paid to speak for a living, you fuck that sentence.
But no, like
fame
is like a
stick to the two-syllable words. Reach in there.
Who said that?
Same fucking countdown, Nico.
It's like you had a stroke halfway through that sentence.
Like the man said, fame is like Alzheimer's.
No, but it's crazy, man. Like you see, for instance, David Hay came down to Top Secret one time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he came down there. He's friends with Paul. He's friends with Paul.
Oh, is he?
And he came down to Top Secret. And the guy was saying regular sentences.
What? Oh, he gigged?
No.
Oh.
He wasn't gigging. He was just chilling. He would say a regular sentence. Like, let's say...
Like cow, you can't do.
The cow went into the field.
Is that a regular sentence? That's the maddest children's book. The cow went into the field.
Doing all this mad linguistic stuff, like... finishing
that might be regular in fucking Bahamas. There's a goat in the kitchen.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Neither does anyone else when Nico is talking.
That's the most fucked up children's book. See John's ball. The cow went in the field.
But he would say a regular thing, and girls would be creasing, bro.
Oh, this is the big myth.
Yeah, because he's a fucking heavyweight boxer.
And he's handsome.
I'm talking doubling over, slapping the leg.
Why?
So you would have sex with David A.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. You know people go, oh, men laugh women into bed if you find it. That's bullshit. Like the handsome men say anything, and the girls that want to fuck him all laugh.
No, it's
at his jokes. It's not the other way around.
No, there's two sides to that.
It's either funny, handsome, or power.
All three.
Yeah. And if you got all three, it's you sailing, mate.
Or silent golf cart.
But the man would say something regular,
transplant bad.
and they would be like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like when you're on a date with a really hot girl who's got fucking zero to offer, and you're like, I'm gonna pretend I'm interested in whatever the fuck you're not talking about.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't that the
It's
men
like-
laugh them into bed. It's that women fake laugh at everything.
It's not just women.
Men say.
We're like,
whatever then, yeah,
everyone looks over like
Oh.
vacuous sort of. Like,
All right, woke flake. It's not just women then.
Listen,
no, I'm just saying like
if a hot
trans as well. Like,
I'd lie
if
about
there's a
it.
hilarious trans person there, I'll be like, I'll suck your dick, whatever.
Okay, that's a sound.
Fair enough, you do you, mate.
Three gash bombs and it all comes.
I'll suck your 5.5
I'll
inch
suck
clit.
I'll suck your 5.5 inch clit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, fame is serious, man. Fame and money and shit.
But I never
That's mad.
understood this, why women were like, oh, I'm going to sleep with that footballer because he's famous. Like, but he's not going to marry you.
Yeah,
No.
no, you're
Take you on that.
yeah,
like,
Oh shit! Did you see the text messages for that Benjamin Mendy stuff?
No.
No.
that is.
The Benjamin Mendy, a footballer for Manchester,
Right.
accused of rape by 13 women, and then his defense lawyers showed you some texts of the women after the alleged rapes,
What were the texts?
and it was crazy. One of them said it was peak best night of my life.
Yeah, golf ride.
Dom Perignon, Dom Perignon still in my system. It was great.
Oh, really?
And then another one said, I banged Jack Grealish. Like there were bragging texts, and the WhatsApp group was called Sunday Slags. Like, what? That is crazy. So he got off.
Yeah.
The Benjamin Mendy guy got off because he also had like a recording of the girl riding him, having a great time.
I mean, how do you get that recording? But then we'll brush over that.
No, but I think one of the friends or something was recording her banging him. But there was a recording of her, like,
Jack
you
Grealish.
know.
Oh, wait a minute. Have you seen Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson? There's a video of him, and he's with 3 women in the room just banging 3 of them. That's a fucking good video to go viral.
No.
But there's actually but this is a serious kind of
But yeah. But like the text messages show, and the defense is obviously saying these aren't the type of messages you would send.
Yeah.
Obviously, after if you had been
Because there's
raped
that
on
issue
it.
of withdrawn consent, isn't there?
Yeah.
Have you seen where they it's like you can consent, and then the day after go, that's remorse. Go, oh, I shouldn't.
I don't know if
I
it's
don't know.
remorse. I think a lot of women
No,
like
but
Mendy
that's
said.
the loophole that they're trying.
Yeah, but Mendy said. I mean, okay. Well, now we're pro. Whatever. But he's been
golf cart.
He's been pro golf cart, baby. The pro golf cart podcast.
That's what
He's
got
been
Tiger
doing-
Woods in trouble.
He's been
Pro electric golf cart. It's got to be electric. It can't be petrol powered.
How old are you that there's a petrol-powered golf cart?
He's from Barbados, man. I never fucking know.
We don't
They're
have golf.
Flintstone powered over there.
Yeah. We had to
but
run.
they do.
We had to run to move our gas cars.
But it's Mendy was like, man, I've slept with like 10,000.
10,000. Fuck.
Like he's like,
It's like 10,000 slags.
he's putting numbers up like me, baby. But the point is, he's like,
Not with those eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, not with that skin. not with that crocodile
No,
skin.
your corduroy sleep mask.
I've ordered
just
my.
that.
I'm having a facial. Don't worry. Anyway, but the point is, like, that he doesn't need to do that, and then it's just like, I don't believe. You know what I mean? Although, I don't know.
No, but any
No, it's
listen,
about power. I never-
regardless of how many women you slept with in the past and whatnot, every circumstance should be just
I never subscribed
judged
to
on
that.
it on its merit. But the text and the video show a different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Different complexion.
Yeah, they were a couple of them were bragging about the night they had, and one of them said about it's so much better when the champagne is worth over 1,500 or some crazy shit like that. So they, you know what I mean?
They know what they're doing.
mad.
There's a whole group of girls, so we're gonna chat to some of them in the future, and that their career is looking good and making money from looking good and going to the places where famous people go, hanging out
It
there.
girls, yeah.
Yeah, and that's their whole thing.
The craziest thing I've ever seen was when I was in Newcastle, and Patrick Kluivert, who used to strike for Barcelona, was in the club.
Strike.
Yeah.
Strike.
He was the
He wasn't a bowler.
No, he was a striker.
He was on the, he was on the picket
I know.
lines. More pay for the football.
His son's a striker now.
Yeah, he was number 9 for Barcelona.
And
Used to be, but then he moved to
Holland.
Newcastle.
Yeah, when his career went downhill.
Yeah, and I was in Newcastle, and he was in the same club. And listen, no word of a lie, his entourage or his manager or whatever, his guy had the women form an orderly queue.
And let's talk about what nightclub this was. Was it C? Was it Top Palace? What is it? Because it's not going to be a great nightclub.
It wasn't. It was
really-
one. Yeah.
They
There's
weren't
no-
in the queue. They were
There's
just
no
stuck to the
great
carpet.
nightclubs. So it was like
I think it was that.
Hyman Envy.
It was envy. It was envy. Yeah. It was envy. I didn't want to say. It was envy.
Did they have one of them in Essex?
It was
They've got
envy.
them all. It's like a
Chain.
It's like a chain
Oceana
club.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
So you lived in Newcastle?
I was
Yeah,
at
we
uni there.
studied there.
We've done this over the same.
You went
I
to
was there probably at the same time. Oh no, maybe
you
not.
went to Newcastle Uni
This is the whole 51st episode.
or
You didn't hear-
Northumbria?
Newcastle.
Yeah.
He's not completely
Listen.
thick. He's just a little bit thick.
Envy is crazy. Envy is nuts because I've seen women
What you
giving.
done with Love Dough back in the day with Love Dough?
I don't know what Love Dough
the
is.
Thursday night R&B and hip hop night.
All I know is I used to love World Headquarters. That was
Yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite. That was my favorite club. But
The
I've seen.
old one or the new one?
I don't know. It would have been early,
old one.
mid 2000s.
The new one.
Yeah. It was great, man. Loved it. Anyhow, you seen
I
I've
get that.
I've seen women giving head in envy. Mad. That's the craziest. Like
I've got head in it.
What was his name?
It was.
You know, there's
It was
a fire
mooch.
exit.
It was
The
mooch.
fire exit next door, like around there. I
Yeah.
was shagging a bird and we both fell down like this fucking.
She looked up and went, "You're not Patrick Cliver." Fuck, man. I joined the wrong queue.
I'm on strike.
Like the post office. I'm always in the wrong queue.
But anyhow, Patrick Kluivert's dude makes them line up in a proper line, and then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What, this is insane. And there was a queue of like 12 to 15 women,
You're old.
just one after the other, being like vetted or thing by Patrick
That's
Kluivert.
Santa's grotto.
Crazy. It's
Come
mad, man.
sit on my lap.
But my
What do you want for Christmas?
But my question,
Chlamydia?
my point remains like, what are they expecting? Like, because they're not
It's just
gonna,
a brag, isn't it?
Is it just is that
It's
what
to
they
say
got?
that they banged a superstar.
I would bang Debbie Harry, who's like ancient now, because she used to look like she used to look.
I wouldn't.
I
I, couldn't.
fucking
I, w-
would,
I
man.
couldn't.
I don't know who Debbie Harry is.
From
I don't
Blondie.
know who that
Blondie.
is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she
Who's
was like
that?
the biggest sort I've ever seen in my life in like 1976, and now she's an
Would
old
you
woman.
bang Carol Vorderman?
Yes.
76.
I don't remember her then.
Carol Ford-
would
she
you
banged-
bang-
I don't remember
Carol
Marilyn
Vorderman's
Monroe, but I've
thick.
seen pictures of her.
Would you bang Carol Vorderman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, she's too thick.
Thick.
She's very clever.
Justin, you're
Yeah.
so white.
No, you what?
You're too white.
No, but you were talking earlier. I don't like them pygmy hippopotamus women.
You
I'm
don't
not
like
into-
No,
pork.
yeah, but beggars can't be choosers, bro. Like it's
Justin, you don't.
If
like,
I was going to beg, I'd beg at a different.
you don't like porg.
No,
You're
You don't
you're
like what?
porgs.
fat,
porgs?
fat
Fat
ass
ass white
white.
Oh yeah, fat ass. Okay.
You like them, Nico, don't we?
Yeah.
That's
like
all right. I'm not saying.
Who
that-
else? Who else? Carol Vorderman is a yes. No.
Why did you pick her? That's a really.
Yes. Carol.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
he fucking.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
Arabic. Of course he would.
No, I'm not even
Yeah.
into big women, but I just like.
She's not big.
When they
That's
first
what he's saying. She's fine.
He'd get her to
Na-
sign his abacus.
Ni-
I just wanted to do my tax.
Quran.
Nigella.
yes.
No.
100%.
Probably not.
Not because her
What?
dad.
I
No,
would.
One. Her
Nigella.
dad's Nigel Lawson,
I
and it's
I
such.
don't give
and
a
her
fuck
name's
about- I'm-
Nigella. That's not a name. He's just put an L on the end of his own name.
Yeah, but
Like,
we're
if
talking
you're
about
a
how
daughter-
hot she is.
Yeah, but man, I can't be fucking. And she looks like her dad.
She's
And her
But
fit.
I wouldn't fuck a
She's hot.
Justina.
Dariusa, his daughter.
A Nika.
It'd be
Oh, hang on.
Nicole.
What did
It'd be Nicole.
Debbie Nicole is a good
I-
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a unisex name.
I can't believe you.
So have I.
Nigella's hot.
She's
She's
hot.
right. I mean, she's not.
Nah, she's
Man, I ain't
nice.
seen it for a long time.
Who else, Nico? This is good game.
Yes,
That's
okay.
that's the only British women I know.
Really?
Yeah.
He lives in the embassy, like fucking
Aren't you married?
Julian Assange.
Aren't you married to one?
That's the only
Yeah,
British.
would I
celebs
fuck your
know.
missus? Let's see a picture. Come on, let's have it right.
That's the only two British celebs I know.
But Carol
Oh,
Vorderman-
Hollaby Willoughby.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
But again, can we
No.
talk about
Why are you lying?
his like articulation there? Holla, walla, walla.
Hollaby Willie.
It was like a Spanish man saying hello to a wallaby. Hello, wallaby.
Wahali.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Wallahi. Wallahi,
He's
brother.
speaking in tongues.
Oh shit.
I think.
Nah, I will bang Holly.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
nice.
I probably would.
Yeah, Holly. I saw my girl used to get us box tickets for Chelsea and Arsenal, and because like client tickets, they will her work would
Corporate.
have her work would have season tickets, and if the client's gonna make it, she would give them to me. And we went into the Chelsea box area or whatever, and 3-course meal, John Terry and Frank Lampard were up there at that time. Frank,
Wayne Bridges misses.
yeah. At that time, Frank was with Christine Bleakley, who used to do the one show, and then
Irish girl.
He's still with her, isn't he?
Yeah, they're married.
They're married?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Frank was with her. And
he's looking really old.
Oh man, yeah.
He's managing.
And then
if you can call it that.
And the
he
other
must be doing a podcast.
And Terry was with well, not was, but her friend was
I've got a story about John Terry.
Was Holly Willoughby. And at first they didn't they were sitting eating, one guy got up and asked for a picture and to sign an autograph. And after that, their meal was over, because once everybody saw that one person went, everybody went. And then you could see on Frank's face and Christina and Holly's face, they were fucking pissed off.
This is in the box?
This was
because
in a meal.
The biggest star, you're saying?
No.
No, because
about her. There was all the
it was just that constantly.
Yeah, but
that
for Holly.
No, for Frank, for Frank and Terry.
The Chelsea fans don't care about Holly.
No, that's what I got that wrong. Sorry,
you could see their face drop, and even Frank, he would smile. He would be like in the picture, and then afterwards he'd be like,
"I just want to eat."
Yeah. I just want to have a fucking meal, mate. So fame.
That's why you need people around you to go.
Yeah,
now,
fame on either side is hard, man. It's fucking hard.
Yeah, but that's a particular moment.
But when you're at Chelsea,
you're at Chelsea. You can't be like. Oh,
and John Terry was in full kit.
Yeah,
that's true though.
Shin pads and everything.
That's true. That's true though. But like Terry comes out of the elevator. And you can see he wants to go back to the dining table, and before he could get out the elevator, people are, Terry. And you could just see on his face, fuck.
John Terry.
Fame is mad, mate. It's like when Ben Affleck said to Matt Damon, Brad Pitt said to Matt Damon, listen, I wish I did fame like you.
What?
And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, you can walk around. He's like, I embraced it. I embraced the fame. I played up to it with a whatever, having the Angelina superstar wife. And all that, and people bought into that and would chase him more, whereas Matt Damon was a bit more low key.
Matt Damon just ain't as famous.
He's ugly.
No.
I think
he's uglier.
No.
He's uglier. Yeah,
he
he's
is,
uglier.
but he also played it down. He doesn't play up to it as much.
Brad Pitt.
No, but Brad Pitt, come on. When you get that superstar wife, it takes you to a different realm.
It's not Brad Pitt's on the Mount Rushmore of attractive
of
Hollywood
good looking,
actors,
yes, but still,
he's a beautiful man.
Matt Damon could, if he wanted to, he could have played it out and dated whoever he wanted.
But I'm just saying, Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Brad Pitt is good looking, but
Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
He's the go-to reference for a good looking.
Yeah,
geezer.
Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
Yeah. It's like Marilyn Monroe.
Who are the hottest men?
What?
Let's do our top 5 hottest men.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
No, let's do 4 Mount Rushmore.
What?
Rushmore.
No, those lot are all ugly.
Yeah, not them. We're gonna
wait, all that coke gone.
Yeah.
No, it's on the bottom.
You son of a bitch! I wanted to. Alright, let's do the 3SP Mount Rushmore of hot men.
What, now or prime ever?
You can choose whatever you're on your Mount Rushmore, Justin. Whoever your hottest man.
I've got a left field one.
Frank Lampard.
No, honestly, prime Rampage.
Rampage.
Yeah, who's Rampage?
Rampage Jackson.
Yeah.
UFC.
Like when he fought in Japan, I always had a little thing for him.
We might post a picture of this. Go on then.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. He was very masculine. Not now. He's got a bit chunky now.
Put prime Rampage Jackson.
Yeah. When he fought like Vanderlei.
I'm not sure. I don't. Oh, okay. This is random, but go on then.
Yeah, he's a bit like Mr. T. He played Mr. T in the 18 remake. I don't know. There was something about him. He's got like a.
Okay, who's your second one?
Oh, I've got to do all 4.
Oh.
Yeah, will you do your 4? And Nico do his 4. I'm gonna do my 4, and Mooch will be his.
That's him a bit older. I like sort of like that. If I was a woman, that's the sort of man I'd
Fucking
go
be
for.
careful, Nico.
Be careful, Nico. Don't get on the juice, bro.
That's why Justin wants to sit next
to you. If you
get
get on the juice, there's going to be more than steroids injected in your ass. I'll tell you that. You won't feel much.
Hello.
No, that's
Dom Biswas.
Google Dom Biswas if you don't know who he is. All right, you've gone Rampage. You've got
all of them would be athletes.
Oh, go on then. We'll do your thing.
Attractive men.
Mooch, who are your four?
I haven't really put a lot of thought into this.
I haven't either.
I have.
I had Rampage. I had Rampage. And the other 3 I'm struggling.
I think Brad probably up there.
What,
but I don't know if
Fight Club era? Fight Club
Obviously
era?
Fight Club.
Because have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he looks a bit rough.
No. I have to clear this up before I say anything because I come from a very homophobic country.
Yeah.
So do I, Iran.
So this
Croydon.
pause and no homo and all of that kind of stuff.
This is the most homo thing.
I don't think it is. I think.
Which men would you like to fuck?
Look,
not
Moose,
fuck,
only think about it. Sorry, Nico. Only a closeted homosexual would not participate in this.
Okay,
I'm so
fair enough.
comfortable with my sexuality. I can appreciate the male form.
That is why I sucked dick.
Exactly.
Because I was so straight.
I know.
All
And
right.
I had to oblige.
Say that again.
No. Let me say this and this is for the Bajan listeners. I do not get involved in homosexual activity,
Really?
and this is just for the pod.
I wouldn't want to fuck him.
Leo is.
I would want to look like him.
Yeah, exactly.
more like
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah, you don't
Mine
wanna,
is I would like to
When you're
fuck
saying who's attractive, I didn't mean I wanted to have sex with
Yes,
them.
exactly.
It's like I'm appreciating.
What Justin said.
Yeah, I'd love to look like Rampage.
That you
Jackson.
appreciate how they look.
Yeah.
So for me,
On top of me.
Darius is a wee Chris Cornell.
No. Go on. So you've done one. Go on, Nico. Do your 4.
I like I would like to look like Tom Hardy. I like that rugged type of. He's got
That's
a rugged
so
look
gay.
about it. No. Tom Hardy is a rough, rugged looking alpha dude.
We've
So-
got the,
so
we've
not
got the
so-
same type. We've
Wait,
got the same type.
wait.
Yeah.
What? Tom Hardy Bane or Tom Hardy Warrior?
No, like
Tom Hardy. Period. That guy
No,
looks
but
rough and rugged.
Google Tom Hardy Warrior and Tom Hardy Bane because
he's
they're
got the
two
juice.
different-
He's
Well,
cycled on or
he's
off.
on juice on both, but one of them he's on
Was he-
he's on Winstrol and
He
the other one
also
is on
did,
Sustenance.
He also
Then he's
did
on-
one where he was in Bronston.
How you know he's on these things?
What about Bronson?
Man, Nico, listen.
How do you know?
Anyone bigger than Darius, he
is on
assumes he's on
steroids.
steroids.
Yeah, I know that.
But they're just
so,
men.
So he might not be.
But Tom Hardy said he's on steroids.
he said that.
He said it in an interview. The guy, the interviewer said,
I know who's on
The
steroids.
interview went, how do you get so big? And he went, I just eat sweeties or something. It's a really funny interview.
Okay.
He said it like, he goes, what do you think? I just eat sweeties. He's admitted it. You
Okay,
can't,
okay.
your weight doesn't go up and down like that. But there's a difference.
Weight can, but not
So
muscle.
let's see the
You can do it
difference.
with fat.
Let's see the
Put-
difference between Tom Hardy Warrior versus Tom Hardy.
I'm gonna go
Bane.
Tom Hardy Warrior, and then you might like Tom Hardy Bane and Tom Hardy.
Wait, what's the difference? What do you think is the
Oh,
difference?
so Warrior, he's striated, he's hard, and he's dry.
Mhm.
So he's lean.
Bane, he was like puffy.
Bane and
He's bulky.
Bronson, he's
massier.
He's like a bulldog.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. If
I'm
you-
going to go another UFC.
I like that rugged like.
you like the bulldog look.
Yeah.
Let's see which one you look. Bring up Bronson actually. Bronson's a better one.
I'm going to go Robbie Lawler as well, another UFC fighter.
I don't know who that is.
He's half Filipino.
Philippine.
Right, you got a fucking.
Robbie Lawyer did his last fight recently,
Yeah.
and he
he's
won.
retired.
He won in the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
round
yeah.
in 50
I
something
tell
seconds.
you, he looked a bit like Billy Zane.
So this
He's
is
like
who
a
you
sort
wanna
of
fuck?
little compact dude. Oh, that Tash is hot though. The Tash is hot.
Oh yeah, but okay, that's.
I want that to stick to my pubic mound like a Velcro.
And then bring up Tom Hardy Warrior. Tom Hardy looks better. For me, Warrior much better. Let's have a look. Tom Hardy Warrior.
He was in Craze as well, wasn't it? Legend, whatever it's called.
Which one does he look better in, Nico?
I think I prefer Warrior.
Yeah, Warrior gets me hard. I mean, Warrior.
Yeah, he's got the tats. He looks fucking retarded here. Like, he looks
Can't
like
say that word anymore. We
Okay.
apologise.
He looks like he's put on a Pringle. He looks like Mr. Pringle.
He looked like he's got an extra chromosome in this photo. And this one, he just looks like
He looks like an
I'll
athlete.
tell you what.
That's the difference. Can you see that?
Do you know what? Everyone we've said so far has got very full lips. I don't know if that means something.
I tell you,
He's got very full lips, hasn't he? Tom
yeah,
Hardy?
I've got no lips.
Neither have I.
well, Darius, you were on my top 3. This is
Was I? Yes.
We said men. Come on, none of this fucking left field.
None of this LGBT stuff.
So wait, who have we got? You've gone Tom Hardy. That's
Yeah.
one. So who's your other 3?
Oh, the body I would love to have is Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
Soldier of God.
But you know
That's-
about him though, right?
What?
He is a genetic freak.
And also he came through the Cuban wrestling.
So
period,
he has double, like, where you have, he's got like extra strong tendons and double muscle fiber.
Do you know when he broke his orbital socket?
So he broke his orbital socket in a fight, and the UFC send these fighters to, like,
Get checked out
specialists.
afterwards.
And he went to see the eye specialist, and he said the only person he's ever done, he couldn't believe it. He said it was already healing the next day.
No, it was
after the fight,
Yeah.
and he had like
within an hour it started healing.
and he had double tendons, double muscles in his eyes. So can we bring up Yoel Romero? So he's basically on natural steroids, like
and he's on steroids now.
and he's on steroids.
He's in the IFL now, isn't he?
But he's just got more tendons and strength and stuff.
That body is insane, mate. Make that bigger.
His neck's bigger than his head.
It's so big already.
No.
You
can't
got a
expand
thirst
that,
on it.
man.
You
Full
need to
screen it.
make it bigger.
That guy, that is my ideal body.
Michael Peace big.
I love
you.
So Nico keeps asking me, Justin, you trade.
Is he on steroids?
Not there. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck.
Come fuck me, Nico.
Nico.
Soldier of God, man. That's
But
my
he's a
guy.
genetic freak, though.
That
Yeah,
is
he is.
my
He's
guy.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
at that neck.
Yeah.
Look at that that
We've
neck.
got the same
Fuck,
type.
yeah.
He's not too dissimilar to Rampage.
That is.
But
my
Rampage
guy.
had a better personality.
But for Nico to get like that, he needs to lean down, not bulk up, right?
No, bulk up first.
I know, but if he wants to get cut and strike,
Right.
that he's
You
lean.
get cut, but you got to bulk up first.
But Nico's quite
You
bulky.
need to get on your compound. Yeah. Yeah, but you need to
That's my
compound up.
guy,
Do you do deads?
Who?
Deadlift, squat.
Who?
I do nothing, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Motherfucker.
Right. Okay. So
Which
we
is
got Tom Hardy, Yoel Romero. You've got
said no. The second one that might got lost was a Robbie Lawler.
Robbie Lawler and Jackson, AJ Rampage, Rampage Jackson. So who are your other two? Mooch, who are your first two?
Hang on, I'm trying to do something funny, but it's
All right. In my right, if we're gonna go rogue on athletes like that, I'm gonna throw this one out there. Prime Shawn Michaels, 1996. He looked.
You
good.
can see past the mullet.
When he was the champion, he looked good, man.
He had a mullet though.
No, he didn't. He had long hair.
Oh really?
But
What about Warrior? Is he too ripped for you? He was too
No, but
vascular.
Shawn Michaels was handsome, but he was
Right.
fucking
Well,
cool
Bret
as well.
was handsome, wasn't he?
Bret Hart was
This
cool,
is
but
the gayest podcast ever.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Nico.
bring up prime Shawn Michaels. Put Shawn Michaels young. No,
Soon as Leo leaves, we're all getting our dicks out.
I'm gonna go. So Shawn Michaels is my random athlete one.
I don't have another gas bomb in case we start sucking.
Not again.
We need to
That's why we had to have such a break.
We need to rebrand these as dick bombs. None of us are into gash at all.
Ultimate Warrior.
He was too
In his
vascular.
prime, he was
I'm not sure that this is.
But I don't know. He's
Ultimate.
He's body wise.
Yeah,
but he's
body-wise,
He's not
yeah.
as. If you want to go body wise, the best
Ultimate
body.
Warrior.
Big Papa Pump.
Big
But
Daddy
there's
Pump.
there's a better picture of him than that.
That's your guy. Fucking hell,
He's
Darius.
posing a bad picture.
You're not Bobby Charlton.
Put Shawn.
You look homeless, mate. You look homeless.
Put Shawn Michaels
You know
handsome.
the
But
naked
Shawn Michaels
cowboy
handsome.
in Times Square. It's basically the same guy. Eh?
You've chosen a bad picture of Shawn Michaels. You've done him dirty.
Oh, hang on. Is
Choose
this
a good one.
This is probably a better photo.
Let's have a look.
This is so
Hey.
good.
That's hot. That's hot.
Look, Jimmy Cranky. Who the
That-
fuck's that?
Pull an Ultimate Warrior
It-
in
it-
his prime.
He's not got a good. If you want to know the best body of all time, is that the
Big Papa
bodybuilder?
Pump.
Nah, the bodybuilder I like.
Iron
Frank
Snake.
Zane.
Frank Zane. Do you think more than Arnie?
Yeah, Frank Zane's got a nicer physique.
You serious? Let's
Do you
see.
know who
Let
Frank
me see
Zane is?
Frank Zane there.
Frank Zane's got
He's
the
short,
ultimate
isn't he?
physique. Well, no, he's just slim,
Yeah,
but he's muscly.
Pull up Frank Zane.
Frank Zane's got the best body of all time.
The reason
Nah.
I think Arnie has is Arnie came from Europe
Nah,
when
he
it was
was too
all
big.
size. No, then we went to America and he didn't win. And it was like they were cutter. So he came from, if you think that's the exact right way to do it, he came from the European circuit where it's all about size and development. Then he went to America and he was a fucking, you think back, I've said it on here before probably, he got to the #1 in bodybuilding, #1 in films and the #1 in politics. Because the highest office you can have in America.
Frank Zane beat him.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have beat him in his prime. It's like that's like the overlap, isn't it? But so
That's taken Mooch about 10 hours to do that.
That's how I imagine if I looked over my shoulder, that's what I'd see.
Yeah, put him behind
me.
Oh, there we go.
Bring up Frank Zane.
Pull up Frank Zane. I never heard of Frank
How
Zane.
come I'm getting dug out? These are
Because I started doing this fucking thing
yeah.
about 20 minutes ago.
in episode 120, you'll have one as well, boys.
Oh my God, this is gay.
Yeah, what's
Pull
gay
up
about
Frank
this?
Zane.
What's gay?
What's gay?
That's gay.
That actually is gay. His hair's too long.
Why'd you keep on choosing bad photos? Choose Frank Zane. He's chosen a bad photo again.
But it's the first one to come up.
But choose one of the ones where he looks
It's
good.
like
and
a
not gay.
homoerotic Monty
What?
Python.
Yeah, that black and white one. That's the one. Look how good he is.
this
Because you've done Frank Zane PNG because you want to fucking...
No, I've just done Frank Zane.
That one on the right there.
Images.
Yeah, images.
It's
that
got
one.
too much gas between his pecs.
Nah, his chest don't come close to Arnold's. Arnold's chest is mad, mate. Arnold's chest is mad.
I don't want no full chest.
Wait,
But I
hang
know
on.
that boobies. It's less gay.
How much time Frank win him? How much time Frank beat Arnold?
Can you hear my helmet hit the bottom of the table?
Every time they went head to head, baby.
What? Serious? How many times?
Did Frank Zane beat?
How much
He
time
beat him a
Frank
few
beat
times,
Arnold?
right?
Arnold retired in 75, though.
Frank Zane beat him the one time they competed.
Oh, yeah, and Trevor Burbick beat Muhammad Ali. Was he a better boxer?
Yes.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Arnold's listen.
At least he went to war in Vietnam.
Arnold's got a better body than this guy.
Nothing mad.
I was watching a YouTube video with Arnold when he's talking about.
Did you see the Arnold documentary?
I
watched the first one.
I haven't watched the documentary, but
it's just propaganda. It's him just going, I'm a lovely guy.
Has he got he's got horses in his kitchen and smoking cigars.
I mean, I love Arnold, but I was just like, bro, this is fucking.
Yeah.
It's like, I cheated on my wife. I felt bad. I'm the victim as well.
but no, that's like the Conor McGregor documentary
I
as well.
watched that. Yeah,
the Conor documentary is just like, I'm a family man. I'm a nice guy. I'm like, bro, you do coke every day.
you beat up old man.
Yeah. Botox done.
I'm getting Botox.
You should get it
on
He looks terrible.
He looks terrible.
He looks terrible.
He's on steroids.
Yeah, definitely.
He's on steroids.
Definitely.
Yeah, they said.
He's out of the USADA pool, isn't it?
Yeah, he's on steroids. He's on steroids.
His
Allegedly.
he doesn't look good,
Darius,
man.
there you go.
Look how good Frank Zane looks there.
How are you doing these cutouts, Mooch?
Canva.
Arnold's way better than that.
Come on, Frank
Yeah,
Zane.
Arnold's body is
But
way...
realistically, you don't want to be walking around like Arnold, man.
Arnold's body's way better than that.
No,
Arnold's...
No, I don't.
Imagine you're in the
You're right.
gig and then you
No,
just
you're right,
take your
you're
top
right.
off and you're like that. Women would
You're
just
right.
Like,
If you're going to pick a
Arnold's
bodybuilder,
body... Arnold's body is
he had a
mad.
narrower waist. And
man, look how fat fucking Rampage Jackson is, that fat shit.
Arnold's body
That's
is
not
mad.
him prime. And you've moved the conversation on. I'm not saying he'd win a bodybuilding contest, but I would hammer the fuck out of him. That's what I thought the question was.
Arnold's
Wait,
body
what?
is crazy. Like, I didn't...
As if I'd let him do me, obviously.
I didn't...
What do you think of Ronnie Coleman?
Hang on. I didn't used to...
buddy.
I didn't used to rate Arnold, but one day Arnold showed up in my YouTube suggestions.
I bet he did.
And
I wonder why.
and he was
On
talking...
Pornhub.
and he was talking about his favorite exercises and what he did to get extra big and shit.
Like when he's
that.
focusing on his bicep. I imagine him growing and growing.
And he was talking about you have to shock the muscle. You have to shock the muscle. And rather than, so some people think that chest flies, pec flies, you do them on the floor so
Into
they
the
don't,
mic.
so they don't, pec flies, you do them on the floor so they don't overextend your shoulder. You can get shoulder injury from pec flies. Arnold was like, I like to do them on the bench and take them right. He would take them right back.
It turns,
Weirder
you
would
just listening to him.
Weirder would fuck your shoulders up, and he's like, that's going to shock the muscle. And he was like, and you look at his body, and it's like, fucking.
Nico likes S&M.
No.
Shock
Arnold.
I think Nico wants a daddy dom.
Look at this. This is your all ideal selves.
Yeah, what's yours, Mooch? You haven't done yours.
I don't know. Brad Pitt is
too generic.
Yeah, I know.
though.
I haven't really thought about this, so I'm not really sure. Who did I want to be?
Can I just say,
when I was
none
a
of
kid?
them are pretty boys. They're all sort of like overly masculine men, if you know
Can
what
I just say, this is the difference. You know what? On a semi-serious note, right? Women are like, We got so many society judging us, and society judges us and makes us have to be this way, man. Listen, if you're a woman, all you really need to do is be slim, and men like
and make me a fucking sandwich. That's all you need to do.
Or not if there's a black guy.
Or not if you're Nico.
Yeah, but you don't even need to be slim. You just got. But for a guy, all the guys that we've indoctrinated to like, look at all of them. They're all fucking ripped.
That's just us, though.
No, but when I was a kid, He-Man, Batman, Superman, these are
no one. I tell you what, no one put fucking Sam Smith.
Or Kenneth Williams. No one put Kenneth
He
Williams.
said men, you transphobe fucking mooch. He said fucking men, not an.
Yeah, you misgendered them.
Yeah.
Not a they, them.
Yeah, men.
No, but before he went wrong.
They went wrong.
They
went wrong.
I tell you,
That's Mooch's career gone.
wait,
Oh no! I won't be able to book myself at Vauxhall Comedy Club.
I won't be able to sit in a shipping container with my ZX Spectrum.
Oh shit!
Eavesdrop on these three fucking idiots.
I can't do the Three Speech podcast anymore.
It's like being on a night bus with just three mental people with headphones on.
You're being very mean. Can I tell you who's got a shit body that people go mad for?
Me?
No,
No.
David Beckham.
David Beckham.
Yeah, he's scrawny.
Shit his body, but
And he
women
had
like
no pace.
He's shit body.
I'll tell you
Actually,
what.
You know what? David Beckham's probably. I can't.
You're too straight. Get out.
No, I kind of like that.
No. I'll tell you.
You're a top. Get out. We're clearly bottoms.
Nah, I'll tell you what about David Beckham. David Beckham, he doesn't have the body, right? But the thing about David Beckham, this is how you know someone is good looking. If you can shave your head and still be good looking, you are a good looking person.
I see that
because hair is like 70% of your beauty. That's why the hijab and all that stuff is you cover it up, and you know what I mean. It makes you look more.
Why do they shave their
It tones down.
I have a thing for lesbian looking women. So I kind of like that. No.
Bit mean on your wife.
No. Well, no. She's the love of my life, but not just
But
like who?
So
that was so gay that you.
the American footballer. What's her name?
Oh, Raphael or something.
Yeah.
You like her?
The refrigerator.
I'd fuck the shit out of that.
No. She's my
more
man said
manly
that.
than-
My
she's
man
more-
said that.
She's more manly than Shawn Michaels. What?
Who are you talking about?
She's talking about the striker for America.
Rapinoe or whatever her
Yeah.
name is. But no.
What about like Martina Navratilova and all that veiny woman?
Nah, no one.
No, if you can have, as a woman or man, a shaved head and you still look good, that means you're good looking because you don't need
Gail
hair.
Porter.
And hair is 70% of your beauty.
Gail Porter did
There you
Top
go.
Secret
That one.
the other night. I emceed her.
Yeah, any good?
You know Gail Porter did Top
I
Secret.
don't know who she is, but everyone was
Cool.
talking about her. But I don't know who she is.
What,
Again,
what were they saying?
I know two British celebrities, Carol Vorderman and the other one I mentioned. I don't know who Gail Porter is.
Who was the other one? Carol Vorderman.
She's
Yeah.
aged worse than I have.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've never been projected onto Big
She
Ben.
needs to get to Turkey.
She needs to get.
I don't know who she is. Everyone was like, Nico, Gail Porter is coming. I'm like, who the fuck is Gail Porter?
She was in the 90s like an FHM #1.
Really?
I remember she was
Louise
on Live and Kicking.
The only FHM person I know from
Kelly
Britain, Abby Titmus.
Oh yeah, she
She was big when I came here.
She was on a sex
John
tape
Leslie.
with-
Nah.
She got
licking
FHM because she was famous for a sex tape, not the other way round.
Oh, okay.
Abby Titmus is such
She
a
earned it.
British, but Abby Titmus is such a
She had to
working man
fuck John
thing.
Leslie.
because people like her. She's objectively not like. She's
I
not
don't like her
Jennifer
because she
no,
worked for the NHS.
but she's not.
I don't know who she
Fuck
is.
the Death Star.
No, Abby Titmus, right? She's like the most. If you bring her up, you'd be shocked at how
Girl
arrogantly
Next Door.
looking her.
Yeah.
But the reason
Big old titties.
men like her because they're like, I could
attain that.
I could fuck her.
Attainable.
She's the
Really?
fittest that I could fuck. Whereas you see so actually I see that in porn.
So wait, hang on. Who's the two that I mentioned? Carl Vorderman.
Holly Willoughby.
No, there was
Nigella
another
Lawson.
one. Nigella.
Oh, yeah,
Ah,
Nigella
okay,
Lawson,
Nigella.
yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes if I look at porn and it's the woman's
But
too
that's the
fit,
thing.
too beautiful, I
Hang on, hang on.
can't watch it.
That's the thing. I've got this brilliant bit now that I was doing yesterday.
Brilliant bit.
No. I was doing this joke about porn and whatnot, and I was asking this guy what genre he likes, and he was saying amateur. And it's so true is that when something is too overproduced and it feels unattainable and too like stylized, you don't like it.
That's like watching Sunday League football, though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, this is too much production went into this. Too many fake tits. Too many It's too fake. But when you get that amateur scene, a hotel scene, you're like,
but that's why
that could be me.
I'll tell you what about that is victimless, I think, because they're not doing it for money,
These
are
are
they?
the 4 guys we all want to fuck.
You're so straight, your man is a woman, mate.
Oh no, yours is the gayest of them.
You've got the biggest jawline.
And tits.
That's how so that's
No, Frank Zane's got the biggest tit.
That's the 3SP Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Well, why have I got 2? That's not fair. I
I
got
got
a
one to Leo.
Yeah, who would Leo's be? What would
No,
That
hang on.
one from Camden.
We gotta big up Mooch's.
The one he had sex with.
We gotta big up Mooch's editing skills
Yeah,
and
pretty good,
production
man.
skills
Actually,
because
that is quite good.
before Mooch he couldn't even pull up an article.
Well, Darius can't even get the microphones to work.
Mooch has improved so much.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, go back to episode 4 when Mooch
I've
pull
got
up.
to say, that's not the best picture of my man crush.
I gotta say that's not the best picture of Shawn Michaels.
You're so old, yours is in black and white, mate.
Fuck off.
Charlie Chaplin.
What's
Leo.
Shawn Michaels? Is it Sweet Chin Music? Who's that?
Yeah, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, yeah.
His song is
One
a
of-
Sexy Boy.
One of the best N64 games was the wrestling game.
No Mercy.
Did you play that?
Yeah, they brought out.
Listen, N64 had 4 games. That was it. GoldenEye, one of the GoldenEye,
Zelda.
the Zelda,
Mario
Leo's one
Kart.
right
the
here.
Mario Kart, and the wrestling, and that was it.
Yeah.
4 games.
Oh no,
and that
ISS.
Well, ISS, yeah.
But that was multi-platform.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Was it
No,
Konami? I remember that was Konami.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was.
that was a good game.
No,
that
Go-
through-
GoldenEye.
They had the through ball before FIFA, didn't they? It was that through ball pass, wasn't it? Yeah.
GoldenEye was.
GoldenEye was different level.
Yeah,
man.
GoldenEye
That's one of the
was-
best
yeah,
games of
the best
all
games
time.
ever.
Is that the
Of
best?
all
That's
time.
the best movie tie-in game.
Listen,
ever.
this is how we used to play GoldenEye back home. We would have 2-on-2, but we would put like a cardboard down the middle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so 2 people would sit on that side, and so you couldn't watch the other
Yeah,
person's
yeah.
screen to see where they were.
Yeah.
A fucking amazing, mate. That was one of the
Were
greatest
you allowed to
things
use
ever.
Odd Job?
Odd
the
Job, Baron Sam
no, but
D.
Odd
yeah,
Job
yeah,
was
he
the
was a little
You're
guy.
not allowed
yeah,
to use him in my one.
Nah,
All the time.
we would.
Yeah, but you get the headshots easier.
When I played
Nah.
Street Fighter on the SNES, there was a Guile ban. You couldn't use Guile because if someone knew how
What?
to
Guy wasn't. It was Ken.
if you
Dun,
Ken
knew-
was better than
dun,
Ryu
dun,
because he
dun,
had the
dun,
double
dun.
rollover thing.
Guile was the guy in combat.
Yeah, I know. And
But if someone knew how to
who
use
you
him,
probably fancied.
he was unbeatable. No, I was more of an E Honda. 1,000
You like-
feet stuck behind me.
Just like the
You're like the thick ones.
no, that's Zangief.
man.
That's Zangief. Zangief.
Vega was the hottest from Street Fighter.
You were Vega. But
No, Bullrog.
he had
Bullrog
less
looked like
old
Rambo.
eyes.
Yeah, he does actually.
That's my type, Nico. What are you doing after?
Yeah, GoldenEye. I'm just trying to think about GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was next level.
Zelda, what was it? Ocarina of Time.
I never liked
Oh,
Zelda.
fuck that.
I never
That
actually.
was so good.
It was great, but I
finished
never
it.
finished it.
Fucking Bongo Bongo was the
That
hardest.
sounds the
finished.
racist.
I know. No, but it's an end of level
There's a
boss.
game called Bongo.
No.
Bongo.
In Zelda, Bongo Bongo, it was like a floating
saying
pair of
it.
hands, and you was on a drum skin, and they were invisible, and these hands used to beat the drum skin, and they'd fly Link around. It was the hardest end of level boss I've ever done. It was called Bongo Bongo.
Oh no, the hardest ever boss I ever done was actually Vega, Street Fighter 2.
Vega was a cunt.
I got
actually.
so angry I would punch.
Yeah.
I'd punch the TV.
Once you got through Vega, though, Bison, and there was another.
no,
Okay.
Sagat
And
was
Bison.
Sagat and
easy,
Bison
and
were
I-
easy compared to Vega.
Yeah, Vega.
Yeah,
was the
Vega
hardest.
was the man for it.
Yeah.
But
that fence, you used to go on the fence,
Yeah.
and you couldn't.
one
get
of the hardest games ever was Mega Man.
I never played that.
You
shit.
Mega,
I do
you
remember
never
it.
played
I
Mega
remember
Man?
it, but
I played it, but I never.
Mega
really
Man
played
was
it.
so hard, mate. I'm upset that
Contra was hard.
I never finished what's it called? Zelda.
I
I'm
finished.
upset.
Zelda's not hard. You've got to put the time in them sort of. It's not an
I never
adventure
liked
game.
those
Oh,
The
mate,
bit
brilliant.
the bit with the well I got stuck and then I left it and almost
Ocarina? You mean 60?
yeah,
You know
Ocarina
that-
of Time. Yeah.
You ever played Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles
That was
on the
good.
NES?
Yeah,
Listen,
that was
hang
hard.
on,
That
hang on,
was
hang
hard.
on. I'll tell you what's a mad game. Something called Battletoads.
Battletoads, yeah.
Ever
Oh,
heard of
yeah,
that?
yeah,
That
yeah,
is the
yeah,
hardest
yeah.
game to finish ever. You got to a bit where you're on that like jet ski.
Wasn't
and it
that
would-
wasn't Battletoads?
Yes.
Didn't they
It
bring-
was so hard.
Didn't they bring that out? It was like a sort of like non-licensed Ninja Turtles. It was
Kind of
like-
thing.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like the
yeah.
budget
It was that.
version,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
But the game was actually so good. But that level was too hard, mate. Like a human.
Tyson was hard in Punch Out. Mike
Punch
Tyson's
Out,
Punch
yeah,
Out.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
a hard ender level boss, wasn't he?
The hardest. No, I never. Mine was that turtle level. I got to the level in the sewers and I could never do that jump. Even to this day, I downloaded an emulator. I still can't do it.
I gotta
Well
play
done for trying.
Ocarina over though.
I never
gotta
liked
play
Zelda. I
brilliant.
wanted to. I tried to get into Zelda. I even bought a Switch and tried to get into the new Zelda, which is apparently
They're
the
too
best.
like
big.
the new.
now.
It's just shit.
No, it's not shit.
But
I
my
tell you
top,
what,
my
fine.
top.
Any
Twilight
vid-
Princess is good.
Any video game now is too much time, mate.
Yeah, I don't play
At
video
this
games.
at this stage in your life, you can't play video.
The
I
games.
only
can't
one I
remember the buttons.
The only one I play is a Clash Royale.
Oh, yeah, that's on your phone. I don't count
That's
phone
good.
games.
What's that?
as
It's like-
games.
It's like on your phone. It's good. There's no
be-
adverts. No adverts.
Listen, if we're gonna do our Mount Rushmore of games,
Right.
the
I've got it
greatest
easy.
game-
I've
This
got
is
it
it.
easy.
This is it.
this is it. The Mount Rushmore of
Who's that?
games.
Nicholas
is
Sturgeon. Is
Battletoads.
that for Leo?
was
Is this not Battletoads? Yeah.
No, it's
this is-
not
that's
Nicholas
that-
Sturgeon.
This is the original. Oh yeah, that
that's
was.
Zelda or some shit.
This
What
is
is-
Battletoads.
Is it?
Battletoads,
I
yeah.
never played that game.
Battletoads was so good, mate.
Yeah, no, yeah, Sturgeon was for Leo.
No, it should be what's his name, the alcoholic
Hitler.
guy.
She's doing the hand gesture. She's just, that's pretty close for a woman, to be fair. She's almost got it.
Best games of all time that I sunk time into: Vice City, GTA, Vice
Right,
City.
never
Who
got into that.
remembers Syndicate?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
PC game, yeah.
yeah.
About 99, 98.
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You were just basically you had to. It was like weird, futuristic mobs or something.
Yeah.
Winning 11-8.
California Games.
Fuck.
Steve,
Epic.
how
That's
old are you?
mad. That's mad, Mooch. That's a
Games.
mad one, Mooch.
Yeah.
You had surfing, hacky sack, BMX,
Fuck,
skateboarding.
that was sick.
I had that on
was
my Atari Lynx.
California
sick.
games.
I had that on my Atari Lynx.
You had an Atari Lynx.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You were
That's
rich.
different
I
level,
nicked it.
man.
Oh.
RoboCop on the Game Boy. Do you remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And you had the and it had the.
I never had that one.
Listen,
So Whizball,
no.
Commodore 64.
Well, that's a
for
mistake.
everybody, Street Fighter 2
Yeah,
has
that-
to
oh,
be.
no, that's gotta be.
Yeah,
That's a legend in
Streets
everyone.
of Rage. That was a sick.
You had a Mega Drive.
Yeah, I was.
Can I
one.
just say
You
what
poor,
Nico said-
impoverished, poverty-stricken child. dude.
but what Nico said,
You didn't have a SNES.
I chose the Mega Drive and the Mega CD because it just came out and went, I'm going to be different. I was like, I regret
but
it.
Street Fighter 2,
Street Fighter 2 for
that's
everybody.
like chess.
Yeah.
Because there's an unlimited learning curve, and if you got that out now, we'd all be competing, and it's like,
Yeah.
it ain't like Streets of Rage like a game, but like Street Fighter 2's like head-to-head.
Yeah.
Do you know
Knowledge,
what I mean?
mate.
Got an
Mortal
unlimited learning curve.
Kombat!
Street
Shit.
Fighter 2 changed
Street Fighter 2
everybody's
Turbo.
life.
Yeah, it's true.
Street Fighter 2 is
Fuck,
a
I was
game
good at that.
changer.
I was good at that.
Street Fighter 2
I was-
is
I was
on par with like
Mario Kart.
on GoldenEye, Mario Kart,
The original
SNES.
SNES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad, mate, mad.
So we're saying GoldenEye, Street Fighter 2.
So hold on, Mount
Fight-
Rush. Hold on,
Rampage Jackson.
Mount Rushmore
Rapino.
has to be Street Fighter 2, GoldenEye.
I think I'd put Quake instead of GoldenEye myself.
Boo.
For head-to-head,
Duke
for head-to-head.
Duke Nukem.
That sort of thing.
Nah. GoldenEye.
Actually, I'd go.
I'm here to kick ass
I was-
and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
If I was gonna be
Bad
a
man.
super nerd, I'd probably go Counter Strike for FPS, which is
Yeah,
the
but
Half-Life.
I wasn't.
That's
Wait,
all
hang
the-
on, hang on.
That's later.
Did
That's
you
later.
guys used to play Red Alert on the computer?
Yeah.
Red Alert
yeah,
was
yeah.
mad, mate.
Tetris on the
Yeah.
Game Boy original? Fucking blinded.
Palm-
Yeah.
Tetris.
I could play that now. I'd play it now.
Listen.
Yeah, Tetris is untouchable.
Tetris was the shittest game
No.
Nah.
that everyone
Tetris
liked,
is
but it
under-
was it
No,
was shit.
it's the game you got free with the Game
Yeah,
Boy,
it
so
was
you
shit.
played it.
No, but it's
No,
a good
no, no.
game. It's a good game.
Yeah, but
It is
it
a
is
good game.
shit.
I could play that now.
Tetris
and
is
them other-
timeless.
It's time, exactly.
timeless.
So Street
Shit.
Fighter. So Street like
Yeah,
chess. It's
Tetris
timeless.
is timeless, mate.
It doesn't matter about the
What was
graphics.
that car one? California Racing? No.
Oh yeah,
no,
it was
oh,
California.
No,
racing.
Outrun.
Outrun.
Outrun in the
Yeah.
Ferrari Testarossa.
Yeah.
No, you think of the one
We
from
had
the-
that in I said Barcelona, Barbados.
Last year. That came out last year.
Yeah, That's fresh on the block.
Yeah,
Man,
Do you
still
remember the
play
Michael
that.
Jackson moonwalking?
Yeah.
that was quite good.
That was
quite
that
good.
was Masters. What do you call it?
I remember on
Megatron.
arcade in
Oh, yeah,
Spain playing it. Just as it's like, oh shit.
Virtual Striker. That was a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, we played that up in Edinburgh when you came to my show. Man.
Oh yeah, I beat you.
Remember
That.
old school.
Nah, I won.
I never was really into
Pac-Man. You can't. I
Oh,
still
yeah.
play that.
Okay.
I've got that on my PS4.
Pac-Man.
Yeah,
is-
it's like $2.99.
Did anyone ever
Pac-Man shit,
understand how you playing Minesweeper?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. how you
Minesweeper
play
was
that.
great.
Yeah, it was like, okay, cool. There's something's close here.
It'd have
It's like-
numbers in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was next to 1, 2, 3.
I
Yeah, yeah.
suspect there's a bomb around here. I'm based on the number.
I was Arab, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Strapped to my chest.
There's mines
I
everywhere.
know exactly where they
The industrial military complex has left them everywhere. Just don't go outside.
Shall we? We got to do a Patreon.
Right.
Listen, thank you for listening to us reminisce about
just about the men we want
about
to fuck.
gays. About
In the
gays.
Patreon, we're going to do a Mount Rushmore of rapists.
Shut up.
Comedian rapists.
No, on the Patreon we're gonna slag off some promoters that we know and some comedians, but whatever. Listen, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Free Speech Podcast, the 100th episode, spectacular.
Congratulations, you
Thank-
boys.
Thanks, Jussie Peanuts.
Well, Leo's left, but
Well, whatever.
we'll telegram him.
This podcast being brought to you by highpoint.care. Use the code 3SP, get 10% off all your fucking CBD goods. They're genuinely good. They're so good that we ate them all and we've used all their products, so we don't have any left. But use the code. It helps us. Support us. Highpoint.com. If you're not on the YouTube, you haven't liked and subscribed, like and subscribe. On Patreon, sign up. We might review that and change our options so we get more money. I've got a show in the Edinburgh Fringe. Come to it, Hating Live, 10:45, Big Cave, Just a Tonic. And my solo show, Darius Davies, Charmingly Offensive, 17th of August, to the end at 2:45 p.m. Waverley Bar. Suck my balls.
Hang on. Before you go, the king is coming to the north. I'm coming up to Edinburgh, Glasgow, Newcastle, October 17th, 18th, 19th. So that's Newcastle, then Glasgow, then Edinburgh. So Newcastle the 17th.
I'll be in time and envy.
Hang on,
You're the
hang on.
king.
Yeah, I'm the
Of
king.
what month? Of what month?
October.
Yeah,
I'm bringing
that-
my new show, Flower Man. It's the greatest shit I've ever written, and it's gonna cement me as the greatest comedian to ever live. Bigger than Dave Chappelle. This shit is great. Come see it.
Book
But
those
tickets.
for
Bigger
like
than
5
Roy Chubby
months
Brown.
away.
Yeah, bigger than
don't
Roy
think so.
Chubby.
Justin, do you want to do any shout-outs?
No.
No.
After that,
Mooch, Mooch, why we got you here? Big belly.
It's good to
South
see.
Band.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's nice
It's
to
good
have
to
Mooch
see
back.
you
I've enjoyed
again,
it.
Mooch.
Yeah, it's great.
We love
nice
you,
to
Mooch.
meet you.
Yeah, Leo, mate, you've shit's gone bad.
Mooch, what?
That's gone well. I think it's gone well. Do you know what I mean?
You've not mentioned the hate crime bill once, which
Trans.
What's happening before you go with the South Bank? That's happening.
Nah, it's good to have you back, Mooch.
Uh,
Honestly, we love you.
TBC
TBC.
is a load of bullshit. So it's not.
And that last batch of mushroom juice wasn't great, Mooch.
Was it not?
I'll be honest with you.
I love you think that I'm making it.
All right, wait. Before we go, leave us a comment and tell us who's on your Mount Rushmore of men. We want to know your Mount Rushmore of men.
Who's your fit man that you want to sleep with?
Not what?
Look like.
Clip it up! Clip it up!